catch you later.
It's been a long time since we have parted ways. It's like I've lived through all these years still waiting. Well, now here we are. Isn't it funny how we swore before that it would be the last time? Even then, it's strange. My feelings haven't changed. It's been too long. I don't recall how we ended up like this. But I don't think it matters when there's so much more weight.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Thursday night speedrunning here on the Nick RP stream, where eventually, we might just about get to frogs. Should we get started? A little early tonight, so we're going to get straight on with some speedruns. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to today's stream. I hope you're all pretty good. We will have a game stream in a second. Come on, OBS, you can do it. So one problem, the only thing with the Master Collection on PC is because it's technically every single game is like 2 bits. It's, well, not every single game. Metal Gear Solid 1 isn't. What is single segment? Single segment is, for some reason, I don't know why MGS3 was set up this way. The categories, the sort of master categories for Metal Gear Solid 3 are single segment and multi-segment. Single segment is where you play through the game all in one go, and you don't stop, you don't load or anything like that. Multi-segment allows loads, allows going back and changing things and tweaking things. Yeah, single segment is your typical speed run. Multi-segment is like really getting into the nitty-gritty and saving time, loading and stuff, because because with Metal Gear Solid, you can if you're just running IGT, you could save your game in every room and load that save, and then from there, improve your IGT with by getting the perfect room each time. It's not something that's done very often, and as I say, I don't know why Metal Gear Solid 3 was set up that way. It's really off-putting because it makes the category look like it's single segment. There's no, it's not called any percent. There actually is no such thing as any percent in Metal Gear Solid 3. It is single segment and then broken down into the different platforms. That's partly because as a master category, there isn't anything other than any percent. It's not like Metal Gear Solid 1 where you've got any percent on all bosses. Metal Gear Solid 2, any percent all dog tags. Same with Twin Snakes. Those, there is no other thing in Metal Gear Solid 3. Every other category, so keratins, tuxedo, box, camos, they're all pushed over to the category extensions. I might be wrong there about Metal Gear Solid 2. MGS2 Speedrun. No, I'm not wrong. Metal Gear Solid 2. Metal Gear Solid 2's master categories are split into any percent, glitchless, and all dog tags. What's glitchless on all? Like, how many glitches are in Metal Gear Solid 2? I suppose no Prozac skip in the to skip the engine room during the tanker, and no Tengu skips. Is that it? Is that all that really constitutes? Is that all that really constitutes? No. Okay, it contains a list. Contains a list of all of the skips that are banned. Conveyor belt glitch. Conveyor belt glitch is barely a glitch. Actually, it does save an awful lot of time. There's the conveyor belt glitch, because otherwise you have to go all the way around the conveyor belt. So actually, yeah, okay, I can see that one. Coolant choke stun grenade skips. I actually don't know what that means. Door glitch. Yep. Emma zip. Oh yeah, true. Emma zip. First person glitch. Don't know what that is. Ladder glitch. That is used once in the entire game. Phone glitch. I don't really know what I've heard of the phone glitch, but I don't really know what it is. Silent shot. Stair glides. Stair glides is saving you minuscule amounts of time. Swim glitch, yeah, makes sense. And swim skip. I don't know. I've long always been an advocate that glitchless speedruns are boring as fuck. But that's just my, that is just my opinion. No shade to anyone who prefers glitchless speedruns. Anyone who runs glitchless speedruns. I have ran glitchless speedruns before. But yeah, I get it. I see the appeal, but it's not for me. I love watching speedruns where they fucking break the game completely. It's hilarious to me. Yeah, the tech in them is the impressive part about it. So yeah, I've never been a huge fan of glitchless speedruns. So I've done a couple. I've done Metal Gear Solid 1 glitchless, and I actually showcased Choo Choo Charles glitchless at Pixel Perfect Marathon 3, but the only reason that I ran it glitchless was because there was a brand when I learned any percent before the glitchless category was made, and then a massive glitch was discovered, like a huge glitch that completely changed the way you play the game. So when it came to I wanted to run Choo Choo Charles again for Pixel Perfect 3, I was like, I don't want to try and learn this new glitch, and at this point my old any percent run is so close to glitchless. It had a couple of glitches in it, but it's so close to glitchless that at this point I'd be better off just redoing glitchless than doing any percent. That is probably the best way that you could find this stream. Meeting me in person is a fantastic way to pick up on me streaming. I appreciate I appreciate you being here. Happy dude, thank you. We are just going to listen to Snake Eater a couple of times because it is an awesome song. I give my life, but I won't spoil it too much with my terrible singing. Looking at speedrun.com has reminded me we have our second world record for Pampas and Celine coming up. It's ready for me to verify. I say second world record. That doesn't mean that someone has beaten Plywood. We have our first MSX2 world record to verify. The game was first... Is this Frog World? I was told there were cute frogs. There will be cute frogs. Or should we do this the opposite way around, actually? Should we start with cute frogs? And then... How should we do this? Should we start with the frogs and then get rid of the frogs? Or should we start with no frogs and then, if it goes well, the frogs become the reward? I'm gonna leave it up to you guys, whichever you prefer. I am missing the frogs. Alara's only here for 20 minutes, so she votes the frogs now. If you're only here for 20 minutes as well, then I better get a move on. All right, let's do it then. Let's do the frog. We'll do the frogs first. Why not? Let me open the correct splits. Looking around my microphone at my PC to get there. That one. That should be it. There we go. Yep, all keratins, European Extreme. MSX2, yes, MSX2. As with a lot of games that Unepic Fran makes, Pampas and Celine was first developed for the MSX2 and then ported to I say ported to Steam. He then rebuilt it for Steam and added so many bells and whistles, the co-op mode and all of that. But yes, someone has done the MSX2 version. You can still buy. He's actually just tweeted to say he's got 5 physical copies of the MSX2 version left. If anyone is interested in an official MSX2 copy of Pampas and Celine, I am very excited for my. It is the first time I've showcased European Extreme at a marathon. I'm a bit nervous because I've been a bit rusty the last couple of days, so I desperately need this practice. So let's get straight on with it. New game. I like MGS3. I like MGS3 because it gives us a load of bonus camos, and one of those camos is very important. So I like MGS3, and of course we're going to do this on European Extreme. We are going to get started in 3, 2, 1, go! Ba 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 bum. Ba wah 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 wah.
The world was split into two.
All right. It's the frogs.
Era called the Cold War.
What is European Extreme? European Extreme started with Metal Gear Solid 2. And the idea behind European Extreme was when Metal Gear Solid 2 was first released, it released exclusively in Japan. Then it made its way to North America, both of those being NTSC regions. It was quite a while until it came to Europe, and in the time between it being released in Japan and North America and Europe, Konami used the opportunity to make tweaks, balance changes, and a couple of other things. And one of the additional things they added was an extra difficulty, which there was already a difficulty in the game called Extreme. So because it was exclusive to the European version, they named it European Extreme. One frog. They named it European Extreme, and it's something that they then kept and redid for Metal Gear Solid 3. So European Extreme becomes the hardest difficulty. I think that's it. I don't think they did it for any other. I think they only ever did it for MGS2 and MGS3. Because there's no difficulty level settings in any of the PSP games. I don't know. That's not true. Portable Ops does have a difficulty level, but I think it's only easy and normal, or normal and hard. There's no extreme. Peace Walker has no difficulty settings. Ground Zeroes and Phantom Pain have no difficulty settings. And MGS4 has a bunch of really weird and stupid difficulty settings, but no European Extreme. I believe the hardest difficulty is called the Boss Extreme. Oh. Whoa. That is some... That's concerning. Metal Glen Solid mentioned recently that he's been having some bad lag issues. There we go, it's gone now. That he's been having some bad lag issues with this, and removing the resolution mod seemed to be the solution for it. So maybe I might need to look at doing that myself. Oh, Snake auto aimed at that guard there. That's because I immediately tried to trank roll that guard. Get about here. Excellent! I finally managed to quick headshot both those guards. Gonna move around this guard. That guard does not pay attention to us because he's far more interested in his radio. What the major changes? The most major changes are, yes, Snake starts with less health and takes more damage. Bosses are more difficult. One of the big ones across the series for difficulty is guards' line of sight. They get a much better line of sight. On this game specifically, and Metal Gear Solid 2, I think Metal Gear Solid 2 gave you the option on European Extreme. On this one, you don't get the option. It includes something called Game Over If Discovered, which means if I get an alert, if I get spotted by an enemy, it is an instant game over. You can continue and restart from the start of the room. But oh shit, I'm doing frogs, aren't I? Whoops. Almost forgot to shoot the frog. Come here, frog. Where am I? Where is he? Come here. There he is. There we go. Got the frog. That was worrying. I've somehow managed to get the knife out as well in the middle of all that. So yeah, that is the major difference with this one. I can't remember if Game Over If Discovered is on Extreme. In some cases, you get given the option as to whether you want it or not. I can't remember with MGS2 because I've only done very easy and normal for MGS2. On Twin Snakes, the hardest difficulty is Extreme, and when you play Extreme, you get given the option. It asks you, do you want Game Over If Discovered or not? And for Twin Snakes, you must have Game Over If Discovered enabled if you want Big Boss rank. Now, I should remind everyone, the chances of me not getting spotted at all in a run is very, very slim. Oh, didn't skip very well. Somehow, despite that massive lag spike and having to go back for a frog, I am on PB pace, which it's probably not going to last very long, but we'll see how we go. So we want to... Oh, that's not a gun. That's a gun. So we're going to get our gun out. Going to shoot the next frog. Waka waka. Waka waka. Hey, Johnny. So yeah, that is European Extreme. I should say they did add European Extreme to subsequent releases of the game. So Metal Gear Solid 3, technically, if you don't include all the region differences, there are technically 3 versions of Metal Gear Solid 3. Actually, let's include region differences and say there's 4 versions of Metal Gear Solid 3. There is the original PS2 NTSC release. There is then the original PS2 PAL release, which is where European Extreme was first introduced. There is then the PS2 Subsistence release across all regions, which was a re-release still on PS2, but included a bunch of bells and whistles, extra modes, boss rush, included Metal Gear Online, the first online version of Metal Gear Solid, as well as a bunch of other stuff. And European Extreme was included for all regions in that one. And then you have what we're playing, which is the HD edition of the game, which has subsequently been released multiple times. It was originally released for PlayStation 3, and Xbox 360, and then obviously last year it was released. It was re-released. I need to start throwing grenades at frogs. Gotcha. Last year it was re-released as part of the Master Collection on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series S and X, Switch, and of course PC. I'm now going to equip a bunch of, so I'm going to get rid of this cigar. I didn't need to go into the items. I want to equip that. I'm going to keep the directional mic out. I've been having problems on Extreme with making sure some of these frogs are being got. So the version of this I played casually was Subsistence. Until I started speedrunning, Subsistence on the PS2 was probably my most played version of this. I still have the original limited edition version of Subsistence, which includes disc 3 Persistence, which kind of turns the game into a movie. Yep, got that frog. So yeah, it basically just put all of the cutscenes together, added narration. You can actually watch the whole thing as a movie. It also included early trailers from Metal Gear Solid 4 and stuff like that. Yeah, that's it's a relatively rare game because mine's opened and well used. It wouldn't fetch any money. Right, there's a very precise grenade throw here. I need to use chaff grenades because they won't alert enemy guards. And I want to throw it about there, I think. Gotcha. Now, the only problem is that took me a little bit of time, and that guard is now... There we go. Okay, so cook it. The only thing is there is another guard wandering around, and he hasn't seen me. Okay, that was fine. A little bit slow because of that guard. We cook the chaff grenade there to silence Snake's footsteps. That is a glitch of the game. Now, Dolanova, no, this has got another precise grenade throw, but before that, it's got some very precise rolls, which I have successfully completed. It's now for the second precise chaff throw. This one is much more difficult. And I missed. I missed again. I'm going to have to throw a grenade at it. I got the WAKA. I got it, but unfortunately alerted that guard. So we do have to run that room again. I worked out the grenade throw for this room first, and ever since then, and that's a terrible roll. Ever since then, I've just not had it quite right again. I think I was stood a little too far forwards when I did that roll, so I need to give it another go from a little further back. That should be fine. That roll's fine. It's such a precise piece of movement, that roll. Right, let's try again from about there. Oh, damn it! I said for some reason, just this. I had this down. And I don't know what's changed. Cool. I don't know what's changed with this frog, but for some reason I am really struggling to get this down at the moment. Gotcha! Finally. Okay, I remember where my indicator for that was now. For those, it's all about different indicators. I use Snake's health bar and stamina bar as a reference for where I need to throw. It is. I mean, it is very precise. Luckily, that's it. We are done with throwing grenades at frogs now. I do need my. Oh no, I don't have a gun. don't have a gun yet. That's the whole reason for shooting grenades at throwing grenades at frogs at this point was I didn't have a gun. The other way of doing this would be to come here, do this fight, and then backtrack. But it is it is a long backtrack. Make sure we don't trigger that. And now we go into our first boss fight. This one is a little tricky. We can put the chaff grenades away now. We're not going to use those again. The rest of the grenades I will end up using. And we want cardboard box A. So we are going to trank that guy. Remember, game over if discovered is still enabled during this fight. Shoot that guy. Then throw a stun grenade at those guys. Turn around so I don't get blinded by it. That's good. Then trank that guy in the head. Move to here. Careful because that guy is not asleep yet. So we'll take him out. Take that guy out. Come on, up slightly. Oh, got him. Shoot him 3 times, and we are done. I could probably only need to shoot him twice. Cool. Well, I got it first try, which is the important thing. Stop. Shoot the frog. Waka waka. Waka waka. Let me try. Now that fight is over, I can catch up with some chats. For GDQ, I'm not going to be there in person for GDQ. I was there in person for. Oh, wrong way. Thinking of standard. Thinking of standard any percent. No, I was there in person last year. But that was a special. That was a special occasion and kind of maybe a one-time only thing. I don't know if I'd ever go back. As you can probably tell from my accent, I am not American. I am English and trying to travel to America for it. But traveling to America for a backup run is absolutely not on the cards, particularly with a 7-month-old at the moment. We need to cure that leech because otherwise I am going to say goodbye to my stamina. I'm assuming. Does that mean you're Canadian? Or South American, but there's more to America. Oh, Puerto Rican. Yeah. Shouldn't just assume that if someone says then they're not from the USA that automatically makes them Canadian. You know what? I did that deliberately to die and reset this room because I completely forgot something. Yeah, then I realised it'd be just quicker to use the fake death pill. Alright, so let's roll to there. I want to get... There we go. Shoot. I forgot to shoot before I crawled under. We shoot to distract the dogs that are ahead of us. Now we go round these mines. Don't go through the mines. Go around the mines. Go around the mines. Check, there's another mine there. Climb up here. Take a step. And I'm going to swap to the Mark 22. Now, I want to use the cardboard box to distract a guard. Oh, I haven't actually equipped the box yet. There we go. So I'm going to distract one guard here. There we go. Then I'm going to roll to here. Damn it. Never take out the far guard. Always take out the guard in front of you. I panicked a little bit there because the guard at the back saw me and he shouldn't see me. That's all right. It's only run number 1. This is why we practice and this is why we derust. So make our way through Do this section again. There is a claymore mine on the floor there, so we do have to be quite careful. And take a step, drop down. Equip the box. Right, let's try this again. So distract the first guard. Excellent. I didn't get spotted this time. So shoot him. Now shoot him. Now shoot the frog, and there should be a dog. There he is. And shoot the dog. I was a lot faster that time because that dog is usually that dog has usually already ran past. So yeah, that was kind of interesting. Into Bolshire Pass base. I should say I am using a tranquilizer gun to put these to put everyone to sleep. That dog was not harmed. He was just put to sleep. I'm going to shoot roll that guy. Shoot the frog. Oh, grab the silencer. Go back to the Mark 22. Gonna blow up those barrels and blow up those barrels. That does technically kill those two guards, but because they were killed by the environment and not technically killed by Snake, it doesn't count. And that's not just me. That's not just me saying that. That is genuinely the rules of the game. So throw a stun grenade at Ocelots. Back to Mark 22. I've got to be careful here. I'm actually very low on ammo. Last stun grenade throw. That's fine. That landed. I'll need to shoot the frog. Missed. Shoot the frog. Shoot the Markor. That's going to distract Ocelots. Shoot him in the head. Shoot him in the head again. Got to be careful here. I'm going to run out of ammo. Ow. I'm being... Oh! That was, because of that one river boss. Which river? Oh, the Sorrow. Oh, no, it doesn't actually make a lot of difference. Okay, that's not the right thing to do. Right, shoots. Stun grenade. Shoot in the head. Stun grenade. Shoot the frog. Shoot the Markor. Shoot Ocelot. No, I shot him in the... Oh, I'm out of ammo. Yeah, I should have picked up... there is some spare ammo. I really, really should have picked it up. Oh, come on! This is going badly because I really should have put... There is a safety pack of ammo, and I really, really should have picked it up. Oh, that missed. I still haven't hit the damn frog. Oh, this is even worse now because he's now distracted by the dead Markor. Note to self. Note to self, pick up the extra ammo. Oh. Oh, he's picked up his... This is... I'm gonna die again. This is terrible. This is just awful. Hi, Beskar. You joined at not a great time. I just cannot beat Ocelot all of a sudden. I'm not quite sure where... I know that the ammo is a problem, but the ammo shouldn't be that much of a problem. Let's try shooting the frog now. Give me a bit more time for the... Oh, he missed. Oh, and then he hit me. Phew, that was a much better fight. I did way better there. Yeah, I don't like trying to shoot the keratin after the first stun grenade because it's a very tight window to get the headshot in on Ocelot, and if you miss that headshot, the fight's over. But the problem is not doing it is you don't have a lot of time with the Markor. The whole point of the Markor, you shoot the Markor to distract Ocelot. He stops and looks at it, and what you're supposed to do is, whilst he's blinded by the stun grenades, you shoot the Markor. You then shoot him in the head whilst he's still blinded by the stun grenade, and then as soon as he recovers from that shot, he then gets distracted by the Markor. If you're too slow, such as you also have to shoot a frog in the middle of all of that, he recovers from the stun grenade without taking a headshot, and then just gets distracted by the Markor anyway. So here's our frog. Oh, a ration. Oh no, a ration. Actually, no, that ration's bad. I need to dispose of that ration. Ration? Bad. Rations are terrible in this. They're because they're Russian rations and Snake hates them. He thinks they taste horrible. They don't give a lot of stamina. And there is a point in the run later on where I need to be sure that I have no food on me at all. Because if I have no food on me, then I get given some free food. I do actually, Keratins is one run where we actually eat 2 bits of food. In a normal any % run, you don't eat any food at all. You feed Eva some food right at the end, but you don't eat any food yourself. In Keratins, I actually eat 2 bits of food because I need the stamina back. In an any % run, you don't worry about stamina at all because Snake is always wearing the animal's camo, and the animal's camo stops you from trembling whilst you are aiming down the sight. But there are a couple of instances in all Keratins where you need that stamina. One time it's because you can't wear that camo, and the other time is because stamina also affects how long you can breathe underwater for. And for a specific room, you need to be able to breathe underwater longer than what you can. Do I already have smoke grenades equipped? No. So we're getting to the next boss here. I'm going to quickly pop into here, equip my smoke grenades, because I need those now. And in fact, actually, just because I am a little bit low on stamina... Well, I'm not low on stamina, but... There you go. I'll eat that Russian ration now, just because I can. Let's shoot the frog. Yep, saw it blink. Got the life med. That's nice for later. All right, and now we go into my least favorite boss. This is the Pain, who is, as the name implies, a pain. You have to do headshots on the Pain. You have to get headshots on the Pain in this fight, and the Pain's hitbox for headshots is quite bad. That was a really good first phase, though. I'm actually really pleased with that. So throw the next grenade at him. Switch back to the Mark 22. Got him. I'm out of grenades. Why am I out of grenades? I can use a smoke grenade, but it's not going to be quite as good. But that's fine. That is incredible. Quite frankly, considering if you've been watching any of my recent streams, as in if you watch Tuesday's stream, you will know I struggled with the pain immensely. So to do it first time now is actually really nice. It proves that my hard work has been paying off, and I can actually get that fight done. Why do you subdue enemies instead of going for damage kills? In some cases, sometimes it is faster. Oh, whoops. Sometimes it is faster to do. But on European Extreme, one of the sort of ultimate goals is to not only beat the game, but also get what's called a Foxhound rank. It is the best rank in the game. It's the equivalent of Big Boss rank in some of the other games in the series. I need to swap to that gun. Yeah, it's equivalent to Big Boss rank. So Foxhound is like the perfect stats. Complete the game in under a certain amount of time. 0 continues, 0 kills. You're not allowed to use any life medicine, and 0 being spotted. I'm now going to eat that mango. I did immensely struggle with the fear that one time. I didn't get the glitch. Didn't get the out of bounds glitch. Never mind. It's not that important. We've got our next frog, so we're going to shoot the frog. And we move over, and we're going to take our first diversion of the run, where we move into a room you wouldn't normally see in an any % run, just because we need to go and shoot the frog. So yeah, as I say, the ultimate goal of running European Extreme is to also get the Foxhound rank. As I say, you can only get the Foxhound rank if you get 0 kills. Now, I am nowhere near getting Foxhound rank at the moment. Oh, sugar. I should have come up for air much sooner, but I should be okay. There is an out of bounds glitch. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't affect the run at all. It just looks funny. You can also do it on PS3, and you will get a game over. Right, I'm going to be careful in this room. I need that guard on the jetty above me to just clock that I'm there. We swim over to here before any of the guards can stop with me. Shoot the frog. Come up for air. And now go straight back down again. And this is why I ate the mango, because you absolutely need a full set of lungs for this. But yeah, the out of bounds glitch is just as you're transitioning into this room out of the previous one. If you roll onto the right hand side of the screen, Snake will glitch out of bounds and fall into a void. The room will load into the next room as normal, unless you're on PS3 and you get a game over. Put on brown. You could also. That's a good point, actually. You could also just put on brown face paint. I'd really not considered that. You could just put on the brown face paint. Does the question then? Does the brown face paint? For anyone who might know. Oh, that was stupid. We're gonna shoot the frog as well. Yes, I did get it. So we've just non-lethally taken out every guard in the room. We've also done a massive amount of damage to the end. That means the end is going to have less health and stamina during our fight later. Does the brown... Oh, whoops, that was bad. Does the brown face paint... Do you unlock the brown face paint by selecting I like MGS3 at the start of the run? If you don't, and the brown face paint has to be collected, we can't use that. Because you are not allowed to run all keratins. Whoops. That's bad. Yep, that was a bad roll. That does unlock it. Okay, cool. Because you're not allowed to play New Game Plus on all keratins. You have to start from a fresh save. But yeah, if the brown face paint is unlocked through selecting I like MGS3, then yes, that is absolutely a thing we could do. And actually that might be faster. That might genuinely be faster than the current method of getting some food and using food. It also means you could swim all the way through that first section. I might try that next run. That's a really sensible idea. It's one of those things you don't think about because you're so used to running without, you know, we make very, very minimal changes to to camouflage, because every time you want to change your camouflage, that's you know, that's an additional menu you have to open. So we try and limit the number of times we're changing camouflage. But there's certainly times where I go into the menu early on where I could quickly, you know, nip in and turn it on. We're avoiding the frog in this room because we have to backtrack from here. So yeah, it might be a trade-off, but yeah, you know, we have to stop and eat food. I now want the... Oh, no, I don't. Whoops. I want to shoot the frog. Gotcha. Now I want to equip the scientist camo. So equip the scientist camo. Run towards this guy. They're going to send me back to prison.
Come on, back to the lab.
Or back to the lab. Not that I've been to the lab already. I say back to prison. And this teleports me right down here so that I can go and punch that frog. Ignore the guards. And head up into the lab. Hey, gold split, nice. As we enter here, this is a rather awkward room. I need to change camo again to the naked camo. I need my gun out. I'm going to come and stand here, shoot the frog. And now immediately put the scientist camo back on. Unfortunately, that is one frog in the lab. Whoops. That is one frog in the lab that you cannot punch. You cannot get that frog whilst in the scientist camo. The other two frogs in the lab you can. That's that one you can't, which is a bit of a pain. But oh well. So moving into here, we are going to run into here, grab the cigar spray. We're going to use the cigar spray is actually a very, very useful item. We're going to ignore the frog for now because we want to definitely want to get into Granin. That might be a gold. Yeah, that is a gold split because I usually go for the frog on the way in because we get the weird camera angle on the way out. So we're going to bump that scientist, stop him from investigating me. That scientist is not in the way, so we don't have to worry about him. Bump him again. Quickly get out of here. Phew. We're okay. We're okay. That was a little sketchy. I was a little worried about all the bumping into guards and scientists there. Yeah, I should absolutely get the frog on the way in. Yeah, the one on top of the locker, the frog on top of the locker, you cannot punch. And there are only two weapons you can use whilst wearing the scientist camo, the cigar spray and the handkerchief, and neither of them do anything to frogs. Oh, I got a gold split there. That was nice. Right, we can make our way out now. Equip and re-equip the cardboard box to stop that guard who noticed I was there. And now we're going to set our camo to animals. That will stay like that for not the rest of the run, but the majority of it. Can you? I'm sure I tried that. I'm going to shoot that frog without a silencer. I ran up to that frog and did a load of stuff with it, but if that is true, because you have to run right next to it, I don't know whether or not it would make a difference. Would probably help if I took this guard out. You are supposed to take that guard out. I'm going to take that dog out as well, because only thing is that guard over there might spot me now. Yes, that was way too... Just too busy looking at the chat. Later, Alara. Too busy looking at the chat and not concentrating enough. Try this again. So shoot the frog. Roll under there. Put the silencer back on. Nice. Oh, get electrocuted. I'm going to be quite quick now. Shoot that guard twice. He's going to fall over. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. Equip the stun grenade, and we go into the fight against the fear. Cheese fight. I'm not there yet. I am there now because I've used. I'm pretty sure I need all of these. I need all of my stun grenades. Throwing a stun grenade early was bad. We'll do this again. I'm just not quite concentrating properly. So we use the fake death pill. Don't throw the stun grenade just yet. Fake death pill. The fear comes over to check us out. He's starting to wander over, so we use the revival pill, throw a stun grenade, and trigger the traps. And the traps are now going to finish him off. There we go. Now I want to cure. I want to get rid of that venom poisoning. Oh, I also want to go into my backpack and get my cigar spray out. Yo, welcome to the stream. It is good to see so many people joining the stream. We're going to just quickly equip some stuff before we move into Warehouse 2. Warehouse 2, often considered one of the hardest rooms in the game, but I've been doing really well at it lately. And I spoke too soon. I spoke way too soon. Way too soon. That's better. Oh, what? I hate that guard. See, on any percent recently, like, that guard has not been a problem for me at all. There we go. That's better. Slam that guard. Come back to here. Swap to this gun. Oh, what? No. That guard shouldn't have spotted me. That was ridiculous. Oh, I'm a little out of... I think it was because I walked up the steps. And I walked up the steps, and as a result, I was a little too slow. So, there we go. We're fine now. We got through it. So, there goes, that puts an end to my Warehouse 2 first time spree that I've been on. One of the easiest frogs in the game is that one. I'm getting a little low on ammo, actually. I'm not. My ammo consumption has not been great this run. Into the Backgorny West, and as we come out of this room, we are going to go into our next deviation from the any percent routes. First of all, I'm going to come to here, shoot that little guy. Oh, don't equip the box there. I'm going to slam that guy, because, again, I'm a little bit low on ammo, so I don't want to... That was poor. That was poor execution of that shot. That shot, you're supposed to shoot those trees. I just a little too far to the right. So we'll try this again. So it comes down here. Shoot the frog. I'll roll up that little hill instead. That's better. That's better. Cook any grenades. Silences Snake's footsteps. Get into the box just so I don't get spotted by the guard up there. And now we're going to slam this guard here. We're going to go over here, slam this guard as well. That gets both of them out of my way. And now we can head over into... oops, wrong weapon. Head into Svatgorny East. This is a room you wouldn't normally see in a speedrun. There's no reason whatsoever to come into this room. Not even in like all camos runs or anything like that. There's no reason. Only reason ever to come into this room is to shoot a frog. That's exactly what we're going to do here. This shot has to be quite precise. I didn't get it. Got it that time. Problem is there is a guard now wandering over. I'm going to go this way. I've never been this way. Because I missed the frog first time, my caution got reset. So there is now a guard. A guard has moved into a position to try and find me. But I'm hoping that by climbing that tree and going this way, I've avoided him. Except I can't bloody see. Okay, that did work. And that's not nice. That was really slow. I lost 30 seconds in that room. But at least there was something I could do there. And I want the Mark 22 without a silencer. All right, we go into everybody's favorite boss. This is the end. The end is a really, really clever boss. And Keratin just adds a little bit extra to that. So we're going to shoot the end, he always appears here. And he's always lying down as long... he's always lying down as long as you don't remove the Fear's arrow. So you'll notice you can just about see that I still have the Fear's crossbow bolt in my leg. By not removing that, for some reason, the end always appears lying down instead of crouching. So we waste a bunch of time with some PPKs. Wait for that smoke grenade to go. Make some noise. Grab a stun grenade. And by making some noise after wasting a bunch of time, it forces the end to teleport to a sniping position that he can shoot me from. And that position that I was stood in means that this is the only position he can stand. So turn around. Punch, punch, spray. Punch, punch. I'm going to hold him up. Wait for him to put his gun on the floor. And I want to throw a stun grenade at his face. Don't get hit by that stun. Cigar spray him again. Throw a smoke grenade at his face. Wait for Snake to cough.
Fight like a man.
Oh, bugger. That's... He's still on quite a bit of health, but I'll go from there. So we deliberately don't finish the end fight here. Because it allows me to run into here, get some more ammo, and also shoot this frog. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do the exact same thing again. I'm going to use the teleport trick to teleport the end to a position that I want him to be in this room. And by doing this, it means I can also shoot the frog in this room without having to backtrack for it later. So shoot that frog. Run over to here, because this is the position I can be in. Throw our last stun grenade on the floor there. Turn away so that I don't see him spawn, although I don't think that's a problem. Make some noise. And now if I turn around, the end should be up there. Ah, he isn't. Damn it. He isn't because I got him to run up. You can see his footprints here. He's in this room. I forgot about this. Because his footprints are here, he's in this room. And if the end is in the room that you're in... There he is. If the end is in the room that you're in, he won't teleport. I've been very, very lucky here. Ow. That was incredibly fortunate that he was just there. That was nearly a dead run. I'm not sure if I've shot that. I haven't. It's a good job I've good job I double checked that. The frog is just over there. I'm pretty sure I got it then. Yep, you can hear it waka waka him. Oh, that was yeah, that was a bit nerve-wracking. You don't have to do it that way. What you can do instead, I don't know why I select the Mark 22 here. The next thing I actually want is the cigar spray. I also want to put the also want to equip the Mosin in the gun. And actually, I might want to cure here as well. No, I don't want to cure. Because you can pull out the tranquilizer rounds that the end shoots you with, but clearly they disappear once the fight's over. All right, into the tunnel. So this hasn't been an overly fantastic run, but that's why we practice. I'm going to shoot the next frog, who is here. And move on up. Time for a ladder climb. Lovely. It's always nice to have a nice little break and a sing-song. Right, into the mountain base. Make our way through the mountainous areas. And use our trusty cigar spray. This is an area where the cigar spray comes in really handy. I might get spotted here because that guard moved. Okay, I'm fine. That guard on my right claimed that he spotted me a lot earlier than usual. Make sure I equip the right gun. There's the frog. And now let's get out of here before any more guards show up. Swap back to my Mark 22. Easiest headshot in the game. We just shot a guard up there. Yeah, for some reason, standing exactly still at that point and shooting that guard will just instantly headshot him. Got our next box headshot. There we go. There we go. That's the guy I headshot. Take him out and make our way through here. The frog in this room is right towards the end of the room. So just keep making my way over. You can box headshot this guard, but I don't like doing that with this guard. I prefer to do this. Partly also because I'm very low on silencer ammo. Silencer ammo. Again, take those guys out. I didn't count those. Didn't count as kills. The environment killed them, not Snake. Gonna throw a stun grenade over there to take out that guy. Grab the RPG-7. My caution should wear off because that guy's now stunned. Make sure I don't pick up that ration. And we move into Mountains 3. Mountains 3 is a rather tricky room. We grab the frog on the way back. It's just on my right. I don't think you couldn't actually see it. Excellent. That's some nice movement there. Yeah, this is a very, very tight room. It has to be done very quickly. To beat this guard. Beautiful. That was really nice. Again, my practice on this room has paid off a lot. We go into Mountaintop Ruins. That was a gold split as well. Very nice. Welcome, Silent. Good evening to you too, my friend. Now we're going to shoot another frog. This one. And then re-equip. Actually, I don't want that. I want that. And back into the ruins. I want to grab some food here. Another opportunity to grab a bit of food. And that is because there is going to be a shot coming up. A little while yet. There's going to be a shot coming up where I'm not going to be able to wear the animal's camo, and Snake's hand trembles terribly. Oh, I felt funny. We make our way down to the Fury. One of the nice things about the Fury is that you can shoot the frog in his arena before the fight starts, so we don't have to worry about trying to get the frog during the fight. It's right over there. Come on. Oh my days. Gotcha. That was awful. And now we're going to fight the Fury.
Are you ready for this?
Ooh. Not my best start. In fact, at this point, I might actually be better off. There was actually a real danger of me being killed by bats there, which is I've never been killed by a bat before. Okay, we now on all subsequent turns we can manipulate the Fury to always land there. Oh, that hit me. And as a result, I couldn't get that next shot off. Oh, he's landed there though. Oh, that was bad. That would have been the fight if I'd shot him. This is an incredibly difficult fight. It is one that I've practiced a lot, so I should be doing better than this. I will make the excuse of I am very, very tired today.
My shoot's been rigged.
Right. Much better. There we go. That is how that fight should go. Much, much, much better. Grab some ammo. Make sure to grab that suppressor. That suppressor is very, very important. Make sure you grab it if you're going to do this run. And now we head into Groznygrad. Now, Groznygrad is a massive departure from standard, from a standard any percent run. I saw it bounce, but I'm going to double check it. See, I saw that bounce, but I can't hear it. And I believe this is the frog that has been causing me to not get keratin ranks. Unfortunately, I now have a caution.
HQ respond. This is HQ.
Say that, I have no idea whether I've shot it.
We're under enemy fire. Position is unknown. Going into alert formation.
Acknowledged. Sending reinforcements. Use extra caution.
Yeah, let's reset this room. This frog, I do honestly say, if anyone who was watching when I was doing these runs not too long ago, I kept going through a phase where I was not getting the keratin rank at the end, and I believe it's due to this frog.
HQ respond.
Yeah, I'm not actually hitting it. I think I need to be a little higher. There, okay, that time.
We're under enemy fire. Enemy's position is unknown. Going into alert formation.
Acknowledged. Sending reinforcements. Use
I still can't. I think I heard it. This is the frog I am very worried about, which is why I'm taking my time over it. We're massively behind. This isn't going to be a PB, so I'm not too worried about like taking some time to try and get this right. No, you saw some sparks. I shot something else there. One indicator that I'm not hitting it. There we go. I just heard it. I just heard a very faint whacker. One indicator that you're not hitting it is getting an alert. You will, if you shoot a frog with a silenced weapon. That was deliberate. I need to reset this room so I lose the caution. One indicator that you're not hitting a frog is that you get a caution. If you shoot a frog, whoops, I need my Mark 20. If you shoot a frog and get a caution, then you haven't shot the frog. The frog, oh crap. A frog will only. The act of hitting a frog and the frog making a noise will not cause a caution. The only thing that will cause a caution is any other sound made as a result of that. So if you shoot a gun without a silencer at a frog, the frog itself won't get you the caution, but shooting without a silencer will. Same as throwing a grenade or throwing a stun grenade at a frog, the explosion will cause an alert, even though the frog doesn't. So if you're shooting a frog with a silenced gun and you get a caution, you have missed that frog. Yeah, if the frog caused a caution, then this run would be so difficult. This run would be insanely difficult if shooting a frog caused a caution. It'd be interesting. It'd be interesting to root, but yeah. At that point, I would probably be like, you know what, this isn't worth it. This isn't worth my time. Oh, I forgot to grab the smoke grenades. It's okay. It's not absolutely necessary to grab the smoke grenades, but it is kind of helpful. Oh, that's going to be... Oh, I didn't get spotted. That's nice. Cool. That's fine. Again, I'm on a caution. I have to get rid of that caution. I needed to reset that room. This is a room that has gone through a slight change. Oh, not like that though. Yeah, I recently changed this room to do a different strat, and it's that. You do just have to be careful you don't get spotted by that guy. So I don't have any smoke grenades, so I have to do the Rykov room slightly differently. There is a different method for this, which is you run to about here, shoot that guy in the leg, and now he raises a caution. Oh, what? You are kidding me? Helps if I actually shoot him in the leg. This is why I prefer to get the smoke grenades, because there's a guard a second ago that I shot and got a caution from. Use the smoke grenade to get past him as well. Oh yeah, there's so many different ways of doing this room. Gotcha. That's better. And that's how you get the frog in this room. Yeah, you might be right. I've just never been spotted whilst in the box before like that. Phew, that was close. There is a guard. Noticed me there. Camouflage. We want to. I can put on the mask because I'm here, but I actually want olive drab here. And also, this is the point where I'm going to eat my food. The reason for putting on olive drab here is because we're about to go into... Haven't saved all the frogs just yet. We're about to go into a room with 2 guards, and you are to put the officer uniform on. And whilst you've got the officer uniform...
follower.
Hi, Laura Cooper. Thank you very much for the follow. So we have to shoot this frog, and there's 2 guards down the other end of the room. Got it. There's 2 frogs down the other... 2 frogs. Camouflage. There's 2 guards down the other end of the room. And if you enter this room... Oh, crap. I'm going to investigate the box. I got to wait now, because I accidentally hit L2. I'm sorry.
Sir.
Where was I going with that? It's a very good question. I'm just going to, as always, mute the audio. This is a horrible piece of audio which we do not listen to. I've been reported. So yeah, that room, if you enter that room wearing the animals camo, you immediately get a game over because the 2 guards at the end of the room spot you straight away. So because you can't use the animals camo and you've got no stamina at this point, Snake's hands tremble terribly, and trying to shoot that frog with no stamina is you can do it, but it's not worth it. So yeah, that is why I just eat that bit of food. Not Nick the bot. We'll report the bot instead. Oh, I got called fine. I'm fine. Is olive drab specifically necessary? Olive drab, there other camos would also cause you to get spotted. Olive drab has the advantage that not only does it not get you spotted, it's also the first one in the list. So yeah, it is faster to just, because the animal's camo is at the very bottom of the list, so you just go down one to hit. Actually, go down two because the top one's naked, and I'm pretty sure naked gets you spotted as well. Ugh. So we are a little over halfway through the run. It doesn't seem like it, but we are, I promise. So this, I've pulled back a little bit of time, not a lot, but that's why we practice. Now, my run on Sunday morning, or Saturday evening if you're in America, my run is at 4 a.m. So I've got plenty of time to get some practice in before my run starts. Unless I decide to go to bed and just get up really early.
I am a patient man.
I mean, I'd hope so. No. So run, grab the fork, kick this rat, and eat the rat. No, don't eat the rat. We're going to cure. We're going to pull out the fake death pill, pull that out, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Spin snake around 10 times. He throws up, and Johnny is like, "Oh, you've been thrown up. I'll come in and have a look, see if you're okay." And that allows me to knock him out. For context on
Shut up in there, will you?
yeah, it's Johnny. For context on Alara's joke there, by the let's not forget this frog. So we're going to throw smoke grenade at that frog. For context on Alara's joke, Alara is my host for Prevent-a-thon. She... Hopefully I'm still okay. That should have equipped the... should have equipped the rat early. I'm good. Phew, there we go. So now we just need to leave. Oh, if there are no bad puns, then I'm gonna riot. I'm gonna deliberately throw my run and not shoot all of the frogs. I'm gonna only shoot some of the frogs. So we take a little bit of a break from frogs now. For a smoke grenade there. Yep, that's in the right position. So I don't get spotted by any of these guards because I run through the smoke. Throw another smoke grenade at this dog. I run through that smoke. Oh, the puns have started. Else I may croak. Save it for the marathon. We are gonna have a good time. I'm so looking forward to it. That was close. That was again any confusing any percent strats with keratin strats. And keratin, you have to go and get that ammo. Have to go and get that ammo. Oh, hey, Caro, welcome. Caro here is going to be commentating my run of MGS3 any percent for Power Up with Pride. And just before he does that, I'm going to commentate his run of Metal Gear Solid 2 Plant Percent. Let's make our way through the sewers. There is no frog in the sewers, even though the game gives you an opportunity to grab ammo. There's ammunition in this room. There are quite a few. I think I posted in Power Up with Pride to say that I was streaming. Although Caro is just a regular anyway. So now this is the Sorrow section. The Sorrow, you don't have to go all the way to the end and fight the Sorrow. I say fight the Sauri. It's not really fight the Sauri. You just have to kill Snake. As soon as you do that, you can then use the revival pill and get back up again. As we are running the PC version, it's very important that that's done as fast as possible. If you're running against IGT, you can take as much time in there as you like, because the IGT doesn't tick. Whoops! I don't know why I decided to crawl there, but I did. So shoot that frog. That's why I needed the. That's why I needed that SAA ammo when I went. Roll onto here. Ooh, okay, it didn't roll off, but that's okay. Offline D-Rust starts on Saturday. Nice. And we move into... well, I like to suggest we are now moving into Act 3 of the game at this point. Snake has got his eye patch. He's got all of his equipment back. We are heading back into Groznygrad again to try and deal with the Shagohod and Volgin and everything else that comes with it. Make my way over. Grab cardboard box B. Very, very important box. Going to get out the SAA so I get to use it one more time. And now that I've used it, I'm going to equip cardboard box B. Actually, I'm going to get rid of the fake death pill and equip the life medicine whilst I'm at it, just in case. We want that, that, we don't want that, want that, want that, want that, want that, don't want that, don't want that, do want that. And the one bit I always forget, I want the Orscam camo. There we go. That is quite the weekend. Oh, first aid. Oh, that's nice. Here we're going to use the box trick. We haven't actually used the box trick on guards yet. But that's the box trick with guards. In an any percent run, you'd use that a lot earlier. But we don't need to use it in Keratons. The box trick, what that does... I'm going to just... shoot that frog. What that does is guards have a priority of what they will go and investigate and deal with, and if one of them spots every guard is kind of like linked to every other guards in how they think and feel. The best example of that in action is the Ocelot unit fight. If you recall, if you saw me do the Ocelot unit fight right towards the start, you'll have seen that I shot a couple of guards early on without headshotting them. And shooting one of those guards affects the rest of the guards. The rest of the guards realise that one of them has been shot. So they kind of have like a bit of a hive mind. So if one guard spots another guard has been put unconscious, every single guard is... now takes priority that a guard is unconscious. Need to take out that guy. Gotcha. Just got it. Every single guard now is their priority is that a guard has been knocked out and they need to deal with that. I need to shoot the frog. Ow. Oh shit, I've got no ammo. Oh, I should shoot this with the Mark 22. Okay, let's, yeah. That was really bad anyway, so it's probably not a bad thing that I'm resetting this fight. Yeah, I should absolutely shoot this with the Mark 22. I do not want to run out. You successfully dodged that one. Wait for Volgin to come a little bit close. Grab him. Push him to the ground. I've not been having a very good time lately with Volgin trying to do this fight quickly. We are indeed frogging it up. Damn it! Oh, I'm out of ammo. So I've been having a really bad time with this fight lately. Oh, you... Wow, I did not notice that I was out of ammo. Oh, stuck down. Fine. Oh, wow, that fight should not take that long. The thing that I'm struggling with that fight is not just using all of the ammo up instantly. So this is the point where my no kills rule goes out of the window. Partly because trying to get through the whole of the bike chase without getting any kills is very difficult. And until I get to a point where I'm getting 0 continues consistently, there's no point in trying to do try and do foxhound strats. I'd much rather get through the game. So yeah, unfortunately, all of these guards are now going to face an explosive end. This room's not too bad for it. There's 2 rooms that you won't necessarily die in those rooms. It's you are left with so little health that you will die in the next room. Take out all of those guards. We'll take out the frog again. This now also introduces a new danger to a all-keratin's run. There is no way of coming back to these rooms. If you miss a frog in one of these rooms, your run is dead. Obviously, if that happened in a marathon, I would just keep going and we would just declare this hasn't... Unfortunately, all-keratin's has not been successful, but we'll still finish the run. But obviously, it would not be a legitimate run. Woo! I love the little turn. Woo! I love that little turn that it does. It just tosses that tank aside. Get out of my way! So this is one of the rooms which can really mess you up. If you're going for 0 kills. There is a guard right towards the end of the room who has an RPG. And if you... I'm way further away from that than I would usually be. There we go. Actually, there's 3 guards in this room with RPGs. That was one of them. I just shot one of them. I think I got everyone there. So if you miss any of the RPG guards and you get shot with an RPG, it is horrible. You take so much damage. That is RPG guy number 2. So it's very important I take him out. I'm now not on any quota to kill any guards now. And that guy also has an RPG, and that's the one I struggle with the most. That's the one that I really can't deal with at the moment. So now we're on to the runway. On the runway here, I actually want to avoid shooting the drivers if I can. Deliberately going to try and take out the guys in the sidecars. Perfect. Oh, no, sorry, not perfect. There's 3 of them. There's 1 more. If you shoot the sidecars, the drivers will continue to try and shoot at you, but they are lousy shots. And they don't have submachine guns. They only have pistols. And by only shooting the sidecar driver, they don't respawn. So now I'm just left with 4 drivers who are very unlikely to shoot me. And if they do, it's not a big problem. We can get ready to shoot the frog. Shoot it on the way past. You just hear the waka waka. Now we can just wait out until we get to the wig and move on to the next section. One of the hardest frogs in the game in the next one. Again, we're at a position where if I miss a frog and we leave the room, the run is dead. You cannot come back and redo this section. Luckily, in almost all of these rooms, you have plenty of opportunity to. You just whip out your RPG and just shoot the floor. There we go. I've shot him. And just shoot the floor next to you and just kill Snake. And that's how you would deal with just resetting the room. You can't use the fake death pill in this room whilst you're on the bike. So you have to take a death with the RPG. There is one room where you have very, very limited time to do that. Here I'm attacking the Shagahod because you can see that I am very slowly chipping its health away, and the more of this I do now, the less health it will have when we actually fight it in a couple of runes time. There is a maximum amount of damage you can do. I think it's about a third of its health. So that wasn't too bad. Whip out your RPG. There is a frog on the rail bridge. You have to stand up to get it. So we shoot that one. And now we can take up the C3. There's 1, 2, 3, and for the last one we will no scope it because Snake is perfect at aiming in third person like this. And we go into the Shagahod. The Shagahod does have a frog. I have to try and hit it at some point. I don't think I got it. I bloody missed him. Trying to maintain the loop, I'm not going to. I got the frog. Okay, I'm not able to maintain the loop here. Gonna try and see if I can get it back. Oh, I have. 1, 2, 3. Nope. Oh no, I've got it again, but Eva has decided to start driving for some bizarre reason. Thanks, Eva. Ah! The loop is the loop is extremely difficult to maintain in European Extreme. In most cases in European Extreme, you will just end up doing the fight casually after a little while. So now we just deal with part 2. We've already taken out the frog, so we don't need to worry about it. And we deal with Volgin very easily. Phase 2 is so easy. There we go, done. And that was that. Now we move into the bike chase again, on the second bike chase. And here we are presented with one of the worst frogs in the game. This frog is notorious in my community. Because this is the one bike chase frog that appears right at the end of the room. So you have very, very limited time to kill yourself if you fail to hit the frog. That was nice. As a result, my community have lovingly dubbed this frog Hell Frog, and it's a name that stuck so much that I named my computer after him. My computer is called Hell Frog. One day I will do some modifications of my computer to reflect the fact that it's called Hell Frog. Right now, it looks like it belongs in Starfield, and that's because it's a Starfield themed computer that I won from Overclockers. We do keep up for the beams. Yeah. Oh yeah. It has been a very long time since Hell Frog has been a problem for me. It is not a problem anymore. But yes, if you on European Extreme, you have so little health that you could quite easily take a death at this point. Got him. There we go. Make sure we take out the guy in that the guy in the second truck. The guy in the second truck has an RPG and will make this room nigh on impossible. There is a frog to shoot. There he is. Got him. Now we can just deal with the guards in this room. Oh, he's... Got him. Oh, that was interesting. Got him. Yeah, there's only one more bike chase frog, so we're almost out of the we're almost out of danger from the bike chase frogs. Where's this guy? Oh, he's gotten right close to me. I hate this guy. You'll get this guy comes so close to you. There's very little you can do about it. Got him. Taking quite a lot. I have got life medicine, so I can use it if needed. It is now time for me to shoot the log. This log absolutely wrecks you if you do not take it out. Genuinely thought I was going to die to that one exploding. This one can be a bit nasty. Now desperately to switch the RPG. Here he is. Kablamo. And that's it. We should be out of dodge now. Because these guys are just bikers. Dying in here now isn't really a problem. I am very low on health. I'm not gonna switch to the life meds because Snake does slowly recover health, and you can take out these guys very, very quickly. They don't usually give you any problems. With most of the frogs in the bike chase, you might think that the trick to getting them is to spam. The Hell Frog, I absolutely do spam the RPG to make sure I get it, but the frog in the previous room and the frog in this room, I don't spam at all. I just aim a very precise shot, when I'm quite close. It's after a little bit of practice, it's really easy to shoot those frogs. We're through. See you in a bit, Johnny. Ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. Ba-dum, ba-bum, ba-bum. Ba-bum, 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 ba-bum. We're through the bike chase. out the other side, and into Zazoi West. This is where we need the foods, and this is why it was important I didn't have any food in my inventory, because if you don't have any food in your inventory, you get 2 lots of instant noodles at this point. We only need to heal Eva. We do not need to heal Snake, which is fine, because Snake's not going to take any damage at any point. And now we move into this fun section of the run. We leave Eva behind in the first state. We don't need to retrieve her. She will catch up as we move into this section. Get it to start following, and in a deviation from any percent, we take the left route. In any percent, and pretty much every speedrun category of this game, you go right. The guards don't get in your way. There's no problems at all, and you just move all the way around. The frog is on the left-hand side, though, and it is quicker to take the left-hand route and get it on your way than it is to take the right-hand route and sort of backtrack for it. I was hoping another guard might have come around that corner, but needed to move before Eva caught up with me. So here is the frog. Whilst we're waiting for Eva to catch up, I'm going to stand here and just in case any guards do still come over. The guards here, you just have to be able to deal with them with however they come. Because the guards will react differently depending on exactly when you take the first one out. Sometimes they will completely ignore him and keep moving. Sometimes they will run away. It all depends on the exact timing of taking out that first guard. So yeah, you do just have to deal with this room with whatever happens. But usually, once you and Eva are both over the bridge, you're fine. You're free. And that's kind of it for frogs. There are 2 more frogs to go, but there is no deviation of strategy for the final 2 frogs. So we move into Zazoi East, and I say this room we run this room pretty much as you would in a normal speed run. I'm going to deliberately get caught there because that was really bad. That's better. Make sure that guy turns around. Should actually beckon Eva to follow whilst I'm waiting for that guy. Take him out. Take him out. Move forward so Eva keeps following. Take those 2 out. Go and get the Freeg. We call this frog the Freeg because it literally wastes 0 time to get that frog. Where the fudge is Eva? I haven't... where's Eva? Where the heck is she? Did I not beckon her to... Okay, she's still there. Apparently I didn't beckon her to... I'm here, Eva! Come and follow me! Jesus! Well, that's a massive amount of time wasted. I just hope she doesn't run out of stamina now. It should be noted, Eva has been terribly wounded at this point. She is... oh, she's going to go the long way around the tree. Right, she follow it. She is following me, so we can move on. She will now just follow me up here. So we give this plant here a kick. That distracts that guard directly below me. Take out that guy.
I hear something.
Thanks, Miller. Take out that guy. She's still following. That's good. There is 1 more guard. But assuming I take the correct route, he shouldn't be a problem. You can just see him in the bushes. As long as we hug sort of the left-hand side here, you can just see him next to that snake. But he is very, very focused on looking in that direction, so he's not a problem. Don't go too far forwards, because Eva will walk around the side of that tree. Oh, I healed. And that is the final normal room. We now go into the final boss, the boss, and our final frog. So, Slapper, Mosin the gun, slam her to the ground, throw a stun grenade directly up in the air, turn around so I don't get hit by that stun grenade, and Mosin the gun her 2 more times. Oh, I missed my second Mosin the gun shot.
All these years and nothing to show for it.
Again, parry. Slam.
You're better than
This stun grenade might not work because she's already on less than half. Yeah, she's already on less than half health. After you, after she's on half health, stun grenades no longer affect her. So you have to reset the fight and get back into this position. I don't want to shoot her again. Again, I've got to reset the fight here because she won't. This should be it. That. Thank Christ for my life meds. Come on, boss. I was sure I was dead there.
Let's see what you're made of.
Oh, oh, damn. I think I tried to parry slightly too fast. So, we'll do it again. Oh, that's poor. Come on, Nick.
Heads up, Snake.
Oh. I absolutely suck at using the Mosin the gun. Where's she going? Boss, come fight me.
Get ready.
Alright, come on. Better.
Excellent.
I can just about use a stun grenade here. That stun grenade hit a tree, so I'm quite glad that that worked. Ah. Too
You've gotten strong.
too far in front of her.
Pathetic. Heads up.
I'm fighting her next to a tree. Again, trying
Here I come.
parry. Oh, come on. Why am I so bad at shooting her with the Mosin the gun? It is just terrible. I think I'm too close to her.
See what you're made of.
I'm out of Mosin the gun ammo. I've never ran out of ammo in this fight. Good God, what am I doing?
Let's see what you're made of.
I missed her again.
Nothing to show for it.
I need to maybe watch someone else's run to see where I should be aiming at her. Because again, this is a fight that I learned, I practiced, I did so well at it. And just over time, I have gotten so poor at it.
Better than
This is better. Oh, she's already on. I was like, that stun grenade didn't work because she was already on less than half health. I missed her. I missed her again. That is a. If I run out of ammo. To be honest, resetting this fight every time is probably good at this point because it gives me the opportunity to practice it.
Excellent.
Stood in front of her. You can't CQC her while stood in front of her. I'm actually going to CQC slam her there because I can now still use a stun grenade because she's just above half health. So yeah, make sure you stood to the side of her. Better. Try and reset the fight. There we go. Done. SVD. And that's it. That is the run. Good God. That isn't where I would call time during a marathon. There is still a little bit extra to do. Now, there's then 12 minutes of credits, but we won't show that during the marathon because no one wants to watch 12 minutes of credits during a marathon run. We do have to watch it in a normal run because we need to see the end game screen. That's when the run ends, that's when the timer stops, and that's also where we get to see if did I get all of the keratins? Oh, that was somewhat of an ordeal. Luckily, there's still... correct, yes. The only exception, for some stupid reason, is if you run it on an Xbox 360 emulator. Emulator runs of the Xbox 360 version are legal. They are their own category. And for some reason, they decided that timing for that ends when the credits start, which I think is really stupid to... have it be so different from every other category. Every other platform, the time ends on on the PC version that I'm running right now. We don't even time it with IGT. We time it by loading remove time because we're on PC and we can do that. Obviously, you can't do loading remove time on a console because you don't have live split. You don't have auto splitters to work with. That would be time during the marathon. That is when I would call time during the marathon. And that is the start of the credits, which I am going to mute because this song does get picked up with a copyright flag. I do want to check to see if I got all of the keratins. Because after this run, I'm going to go back and just do any percent again, because that's also needs some practice. So we're going to take a break whilst we wait for the credits to play out. Make sure that at the end of it, I did actually shoot all of the keratin frogs. And then, yeah, we will get started on run number 2, which will just be any percent. So stick around, folks. Get up, go to the loo, grab yourself a drink, a snack, whatever you want to do. And I will see you back here in a few minutes. Bye for now. Welcome back, ladies, germs, and everybody else. It is time for more Metal Gear Solid 3, but the credits aren't quite over yet, so we'll just watch the rest of it, shall we? Welcome back, everybody. So yes, we are now nearing the end of the previous run. Yeah, we are at 7.5 minutes on the credits split.
Yes, the American president.
It is just how MGS. It's the one really bad thing about MGS3 is the fact that the credits are the longest in the series. MGS2s are quite bad as well. Although I believe for MGS2 on the original PC version of MGS2, I don't know if anything's been done for the Master Collection version. On the original PC version of MGS2, because it had a load of tech added to the game by B-Man, he was able to implement a timer that told you what your time would be once the game ends. So once the game is finished and you've killed Solidus, it splits. You then start the credit split, but on the game it shows you this is what your time will be by the end of the credits. And I believe for unless it's a world record run, or or like if you're going to be in the top 3 times or something like that, I believe you can use that as your cue to finish, and that's it. That is, you can say that is my time and that's what I'm going with, because it's been tested thoroughly. It is accurate, that's allowed. I can't remember. I remember it being implemented.
Yes, that was the boss's work too. Speaking of which, I've obtained something from Grannon that you might find interesting. It's a revolutionary new
MGS2 Substance PC. PC show rules.
Yes, we have John.
PC specific rules. IGT abuse of any kind is bad. All top 5 from date of submission plant and tanker runs on PC will require the in-game time to be shown at all points from the start of the run to the score screen.
The secondary alert has been lifted.
The final time that we submit to the leaderboards is the IGT when the HUD disappears on the Solidus fight, plus an additional 9 minutes, 25 seconds, and 000 milliseconds. Runners are still required to have the entire credit sequence score screen displayed in their videos. Runs that use the light switch timer only must make sure the timer is set to show this.
Yes, it appears that no one knew that I was Adam.
Yeah, so if you're not going for a top 5 run, oh hi Heidi, if you're not going for a top 5 run on MGS2, you don't have to show the credit screen. I don't believe. I could be wrong. Anyway, have we got a frog? That's a night owl. I missed a frog again. I still missed a frog. I don't get it. It's still happening, folks. I'm still not getting keratin rank on European Extreme. I just don't understand which frog I'm missing. This has happened so many times. I'm going back and I am double checking every single one that I'm doing. So we're gonna I'm not going to do another keratin run anyway. I want to do a practice of any percent. This is getting daft. I feel like all I'm doing with all keratins is just going backwards. It's getting progressively worse instead of progressively better, and this is happening so often, and I don't understand it. I mean, if anyone noticed anything in that run that suggested I didn't get it. So I'm going to do it the next time I do a practice of all keratins on European Extreme. I'm going to use Steam Achievement Manager to remove my achievement for it, so I can see if the achievement triggers. Because I tried this with very easy a little while ago, and the achievement triggered, and I also got the rank, but there's something in European Extreme that is screwing this up for me, and I have no idea what it is. I'm double checking frogs. I don't know. I don't understand what's happening. Unfortunately, the auto splitter, I've tried to, the auto splitter as it currently stands doesn't have keratin frogs in it. To my understanding, the auto splitter for this is kind of weird. MGS3, the way the memory is handled is quite odd. I might have to reach out to Apel. I think it was Apel who wrote the auto splitter for this, and see if he could find a way of implementing, because I've tried. I can't figure out where keratin frogs are tracked in Cheat Engine, but as he's already written the auto splitter, he knows what he's already looked at. He might have an idea, and he might be able to add in a keratin tracker, because I need something. I need something to work out what the hell is going wrong with this. So unless there is anything on, unless anyone's modded the game, with them being on PC now, yeah, this is still happening. I don't understand it. Nexus Mod Manager does have MGS3 support. So unless someone has added some sort of tracker, there's loads of mods now for this. The only mod that I use is the resolution one. But I might have to get rid of that. Right at the start, we got a really bad FPS drop, and Metal Glen Solid has had similar issues, and he said that by removing the resolution mod, it seemed to have fixed the problem. Can I just search? I'm on it now. I'm trying to see if I can search just for the word keratin. But within MGS3, there is a colored keratin mod and a Kero reshade mod. What's the Kero reshade? Okay, the Kero reshade just reshades the game. It makes it a little more brown by the looks of things. All colored keratins does is makes keratin frogs more visible with a different color, and that's it. So there's nothing that affects, there's nothing that can like track keratins in the game. That's what I could really do with. I'm just going to search Google keratin frog tracker. Walkthrough question, how to find. Nope. It's cool if you type in keratin frog tracker into Google, eventually you start hitting my speedruns, which is nice. Yeah, I'm very confused why this is still causing me problems. It's yeah, I don't get it. I really, really don't get it. But I'll figure it out eventually, I'm sure. But for now, we are going to do another run of the game. But we're going to do any percent this time. Because I want to practice any percent as well. So for Prevent-a-thon this weekend, I'm running on Sunday at about 4 a.m. BST. So that works out at about 11 p.m. EDT. And it is a European Extreme any percent, but there is an incentive to upgrade that to all keratins. Now, because I'm now going to do my second playthrough, this will actually go a little bit quicker. The Master Collection on PC, at very least, I don't know about console versions, do also include Loading Trick. So Loading Trick is something in the PS3 version originally, where the game loads quicker on a second playthrough. You can only play up to a certain point in your first playthrough. You would play all the way up to the torture, take a death in the prison, and then end the game and restart, and you would have loading trick. Basically, the PS3 was able to cache some of the data from loading the game, and on a second playthrough, it would load faster. Now, the PC version, this is the reason why the PC version is timed in loading remove time instead of IGT, because otherwise you would be encouraged to run the game 2 times in a row just to get a decent run to cut down loading times. And I have noticed some loads being faster when I've done a second run. So we're going to swap the splits over so that we've got just any percent skips. We can load a new game for any percent. We can run any percent on New Game Plus. Actually, there was another thing. There was one more thing I could have done. I can't do it now. There was one more thing I could have done to see what frog I missed. There is an additional camo in the game called the Gakko camo. And if you know the keratin design, you'll know that there's also a duck that is designed very similarly to it. The keratin frog and the duck were often used in Metal Gear Online and Metal Gear Online 2 and Metal Gear Online 3, the one that came with Phantom Pain. I'm pretty sure that was there available. They acted as flags and as icons and stuff for things. The duck also is featured in Metal Gear Solid 4 as the egg timer that Sunny uses when she cooks eggs. That's called the Gakko, and there is a Gakko uniform camouflage that's available in the game. It's you find it in Shawnee Prud, and whilst you wear the Gakko costume, you will hear any frogs that you haven't shot. So as soon as you move into a room, if you move into a brand new room wearing the Gakko costume and you suddenly hear a frog, that means you didn't shoot that. That means you haven't shot that frog yet. You'll hear it a couple of times. If you then pause the game and unpause it, you'll hear the frog again. If you move into a room and you've already shot a frog on that save file, right? This frogs go over save files. So if you shoot a frog on a new save file, on the same save file, the Gakko costume won't trigger the Waka Waka. So that's one other thing that I could do. I'm going to try and do that next time I do a run, finish the run and determine that I've missed a frog. I'm going to go and get the Gakko. In fact, I might just do a run where I pick up the Gakko costume whilst getting all the frogs. And then I can run through it again, because obviously it's in Shawnee Prod. You can only go so far until you get that. But anyway, let's start run number 2. 3, 2, 1, go. So run number 2, but this is going to be any percent instead of all keratins. So a little bit faster. There are some different strats in certain areas. There are a couple of trickier strats, which keratins sort of avoids because we have to do other things. So hopefully this one should be a little bit shorter. But, gotta say, I am already getting ready to take a break from MGS3 again. It's weird. I kind of had my time with this run, submitted it to a bunch of stuff, and then this always happens. I always spend a load of time with a game or a specific category, then submit it to a bunch of stuff, and then before learning whether I've got it in, I kind of go, right, I need to take a break from this now. And then I have to jump back into it because I get it into a bunch of marathons. Which is kind of funny. Unfortunately, it's just the way it is. You can't really send in a run to a marathon before it's ready. Oh, thank you very much. It's very nice. Very nice of you to say King Kong JJS. King Kong Jizz? I'm not sure. I'm glad you're enjoying it. So some of the strats still remain the same. We're still going to do quick headshots on these guys. Well, on the first guy. Then going to do a trank roll on this guy. Trank roll. So a trank roll is if you shoot a guard with a tranquilizer on European Extreme, they won't get knocked out instantly. But if you roll into someone who you have previously tranquilized, they will get knocked out instantly. Run over here. Take out that guy. It's about here. Quick headshot those two guys. And then shoot and roll. That distracts that guard, causes him to move to there. And because that guard's priority is now to look at his radio, he doesn't hear Snake's footsteps. He is way too concerned with his radio. Hopefully I'm okay. I should have quick shot that guard and I didn't. Hopefully I'm still okay here and I've been fast enough. I think I'm fine. I think I've recovered that quite well. Yes! Took that guard out. Beautiful. Watching your MGS1 speedrun the other day while redoing it myself. Oh, that sounds cool. No, not at all. I'm more than happy to be shown off on someone else's channel. It's a public video. I put tutorial. I put other people's tutorial videos on my channel whilst I'm learning speedruns all the time. So I'd be a bit of a hypocrite if I said no. I don't want you putting my video on your channel. No, I'm more than happy. I'm glad you've enjoyed it. You ever thought about using the 3D cam? I do use the 3D cam in some rooms. Most Western speedrunners prefer the and I'm no exception. Prefer the static cam because it's one less thing to have to manage. It's if you're using the static camera, you don't have to worry about making sure the camera is pointed in the right angle or something like that because it's always in the same position. It's much easier to get reliable strategies because you're always looking at the same angle. There are a couple of rooms where the 3D camera is better, and you'll see me swap to the 3D camera for a couple of those rooms. At some point, I really should try and do a run where I just use the 3D camera just to see what it'd be like. But I specifically said Western runners prefer it. Japanese and Asian runners actually do tend... I wasn't quite quick enough getting around there. Japanese runners do actually prefer the 3D camera. It was really interesting in MGSR a couple of years ago. MGSR used to. They don't do them anymore because there's no one to run them. Because, god damn it, making a mess of this. Because there's no one to run them because all of the people who actually did stuff in MGSR got alienated from the community, myself included. There was they used to hold a relay. Oh, that was terrible. They used to hold a relay like a couple of times a year, where they produced two teams, and each team would have different runners doing different games. And one year, Blackie, who is quite a I think I'm rolling a little too early there. Blackie, who is quite a prolific Japanese Metal Gear runner, he runs more than just Metal Gear Solid 3, runs quite a few different games, quite regularly features in RTA in Japan. Oh, come on! Where am I going wrong with this? He raced against... I forget who he raced against, but he raced against an American runner, and the American runner used the American runner used the Snake Eater camera, and Blackie used the 3D camera. And it was really interesting to watch. It was really interesting to watch those two runs. Gotcha! Finally. Now, cook the stun grenade to hide Snake's footsteps. That was a bit of an ordeal. That's put me a little bit behind, as you can see. There is time later on to try and pick that back up. But that was quite disappointing. That is one of the hardest strategies, particularly early on in the run. And I have only recently started... Bad roll. I have only recently got back into any percent because I'm usually so focused on doing all keratins, and you don't have to do that strategy in all keratins. You do some backtracking, and when you return to that room, it's different. That's better. Oh! On all 34 counts. Fucking legends. They actually did it. They actually got it right. Holy shit. That is history in the making right there. For anyone who can't see the chat, they can't see the Twitch chat on the stream, particularly if you're watching the vertical one where the chat doesn't appear on the stream. Heidi has just confirmed the news that oh crap, I'm gonna have to take a death here. I've held triangle for some stupid reason. It's because I'm so bloody excited. Heidi has just revealed the news. You can go verify this yourself if you want to. That the trial, Donald Trump's trial, has just concluded, and he has been found guilty on all 34 counts, which is absolutely incredible. So that is history in the making right there. I might be a bit slow here. That was slow. I might be okay. That is the first time in history... Oh, yeah, it was too slow. That is the first time in history that a former US president has been found guilty of a crime. In that way. I don't know if there is some sort of precedent for something else, but yeah. First time a former US president has been found guilty in a criminal trial. Oh, what? No worries. Thank you very much. I'm glad you're enjoying it. All right, I need to start thinking again now. I'm been completely distracted. Yeah, that's part of the reason why I was so shocked that they only started deliberating this. They only started deliberating today. Like this morning. What? I think I'm not standing next to the I'm not moving up to the window enough. Did they start yesterday because they the closing statements were yesterday, and the closing statements took 6 hours. So they kind of got their instructions, unless I'm getting my days mixed up. There we go. Holy. Okay, fair enough. Oh, I'm not wow. This news has completely thrown me. As I say, this is incredible. This is absolutely incredible. As you can probably tell by my reaction, I am very pleased at this bit of news. The problem is I don't think it'll actually make a difference to anything. I need to be stood against the window. Come on, Nick, get your head back in the game. I can't. As I say, the other thing is I'm just amazed that it's all 34 counts. And yeah, it's kind of amazing how quickly they've come to a verdict. I assumed the deliberation was going to go on for days. There we go. Oh, finally. Oh. Should be down to 1. That was rough. Favorite game that I speedrun? Difficult. I probably would say Unmetal, because it is a game that is very, very dear to my heart. I absolutely adore that game. It's one of my favorite games of all time. I am also the world's best Unmetal player. That's not me using hyperbole. I have the world record in most categories. I have played the game more than anyone else in the world. Metal Gear Solid 3, what I'm playing right now, is definitely also up there. Would be and it probably does contend Unmetal. And I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but I can't not also include Twin Snakes somewhere in there, just because Twin Snakes is the run that got me to America. Twin Snakes got me into GDQ, and yeah, as a result, it is a very, very special game to me. But I wouldn't say it's my favourite. I certainly wouldn't say Metal Gear Solid 1. I'd say Metal Gear Solid 1 is probably my favourite video game that I speedrun. Metal Gear Solid 1 is not my favourite game to speedrun. Metal Gear Solid 1 isn't actually that good a speedrun, in my opinion. And particularly if you've also speedrun Twin Snakes. Twin Snakes is a far better speedrun than Metal Gear Solid 1. I completely screwed that up. I'd hope so. The only thing really, I completely forgot. That's that started now, hasn't it? PlayStation, Sony have got a state of play today. I believe it's only half an hour, I think, and they've just said they'll be showing off some. Oh, I clipped that claymore. Unfortunately, I think that means this room needs to be reset. I just shot that dog. I just shot the dog. That doesn't usually happen. Yeah, the only thing really I'm interested at the moment is more Delta footage. Am I actually going to be able to get through here? Take out the dog. Holy crap, I've managed to get through here with a caution. I wasn't expecting that. Unfortunately, having a caution here now completely changes this room. I have no idea what's going to happen. So I'm just going to run through it as I normally would and see what happens. Yeah, that's what happens. Unfortunately, you get absolutely no time at all. If you're on a caution, you have absolutely no time at all to not be spotted by a guard. Normally, you'll see this now. I'm going to trank roll this guard. He will turn and look at me, but there is a small window where I can take him out. You don't get that if you're on a caution. So I'll do exactly the same thing again, and it'll work. And we move into the Ocelot fight. I'm going to concentrate on this fight now.
Major, coming to your assistance.
Don't need to worry about taking out the frog here.
What's that? Major, watch out! You won't get away.
Cool. That wasn't too bad actually. I'll that's an Ocelot fight I'll take. We've got a lot of catching up to do. I don't think I've got enough to catch this up completely. Like I said, the Trump news has just absolutely thrown me. All 34 counts. I'm so surprised. Like, I'm not surprised that he's been found guilty. Though I wouldn't have been surprised if he hadn't. But I am surprised that he's been found guilty on all 34 counts. It's incredible. The thing is I don't think it's going to matter. That's the thing. Most have predicted that because of his age and because of the types of crimes, they weren't violent crimes. So they've said, I've not really played much Resident Evil. Yeah, let's not talk about Trump. I've not played that much Resident Evil. The only Resident Evil I've ever completed to date is Resident Evil 5. That's the only Resident Evil I've ever actually played through from start to finish. I played a little bit of 6, and I started the remake of 1 once, and I didn't get on with it. In fact, I remember. Why am I being attacked by bees? I'm just gonna take the death here. There's not much I can do about that. They'll try, but I don't think it's going to matter because he has such a loyal backing. Anyway, back to Resident Evil. Yeah, I actually remember what happened. I tried to stream my. I tried to stream my first playthrough of Resident Evil 1. Yeah, I'm dead again. Oh, maybe not. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's not worth it. And the main issue that I've got with the Resident Evil 1 remake is that it still uses some very old tropes. Old gameplay tropes, such as you still have to save the game at a typewriter, and if you die, there's no checkpoints, you load a previous save. Which to me seems bizarre for a... modern video game. I mean, I say modern. The Resident Evil 1 HD release was years and years ago. But at that point, like, checkpoints were, you know, a common thing. So yeah, I didn't think about it. And I didn't think about it. died and lost a bunch of progress, and I just never went back and played it again. I played through Leon's campaign of Resident Evil 6 with a friend. We then started Chris's campaign, but gave up because at that point we were very bored of it. Resident Evil 6 was not a very good game. I'm in trouble again. Right, I've not got that much damage left. Where the bloody hell am I? Where are the grenades? Oh, there they are. Couldn't quite work out where I was. So yeah, I'm, you know, if... Maybe if I played through the Resident Evils, I might enjoy speedrunning them. But for me, the Resident Evil games they're so speedrun that it'd be like, for me, it'd be like trying to speedrun Sonic at this point. It's like, unless it's something I really, really enjoy, what am I actually gaining? Or what am I doing for the community at that point? I do have a tendency to run quite obscure things partly because sometimes it's a really easy way of getting a world record. You know, you get a world record if you're the only runner. But that's not why I do them. I do them because they're runs that haven't had much attention, and I like... Oh, no, I'm not doing keratins. And also, yeah, I do have a fan base that specifically watches, you know, comes to watch me run Metal Gear Solid. I've done quite a lot of work over the last couple of years to... I still could... I'm sorry, I couldn't... I still didn't do the... You know what? This run's terrible. This one's terrible. I'm going to run back in. I'm going to see if I can do the glitch. Just for you, Johnny. I'm going to see if I can get the out of bounds glitch to work. Helps if I can see better. Yay! There we go. Out of bounds. That's it. That's all it is. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't change. It doesn't change anything. It's just a little funny glitch. As I say, you can do that in every version of the game, but I do know that if you do that in the PS3 version, you will get a game over. I don't know about the PS2. The PS2 might do it as well. But yeah, the PS3, you will game over doing that. Found that out the hard way. Yes, I've put in quite a lot of work over the last few years to establish myself as a... I realised this the other day. I sort of had a moment of clarification. People who know me and know my history will know that I have a very interesting relationship with the Metal Gear speedrunning community. And quite often that has made me doubt myself. And made me want to... I took a massive break from Metal Gear for a while, and if I hadn't come back to it, I don't think I wouldn't have got into GDQ. But I've done quite a lot of work over the last few years to become a relatively prolific Metal Gear speedrunner. I'd certainly think that I am. I'm other people might... I know there is a lot of people who would not agree with that. A lot of Metal Gear speedrunners who aren't particular fans of me certainly wouldn't agree with that. But if you look at what's happened this week with Boba, Boba's been doing Boba over at Yogscast, who discovered the Boba skip. She's been doing the whole of Yogscast have been doing a speedrunning stream. They did a speedrun stream on Tuesday, and as part of it, Boba speedran Metal Gear Solid 1. And did the Boba skip. She only did up to the Boba skip. Her run was get to the boba skip. And in some of her tweets and when she came to MGSR to let everyone know about it, she specifically shouted me out because she's been using my tutorial to learn how to get to that point. She tweeted my video, about the history of the boba skip. And it made me realize that, yeah, actually, okay, I've had some problems with MGSR, and I'm not in the place that I wish I was with them, with Metal Gear. But I've actually worked quite hard to become, become a relatively prolific Metal Gear speedrunner. You won't find many other Metal Gear runners who put Metal Gear into marathons as often as I do. That's not to say no one else does, but the amount of speedrun marathons that I check out, I go and have a look at the lists for, and there's no Metal Gear in them. Because the community somewhat died. And a lot of people who were, very dedicated Metal Gear speedrunners were alienated and stopped running. You've only got to look at, I think Plywood's probably the best example. Plywood hasn't touched Metal Gear in ages. And he used to be the admin of MGSR, and he's still one of the series mods for the game. He hasn't touched the games in ages because of what happened. And for me, it's only because I absolutely adore these games. And also, as I said, because I have built myself up to be a relatively prolific Metal Gear speedrunner, that I don't want that to be me. There was a big couple of years ago. We're about to hit the 2-year anniversary of it. There was a big issue with where a bunch of runners got banned because they had been in a separate Discord server. They had been posting harassment and stuff about other runners, myself included. I was caught in the crossfire of that, but because it was in a different community, a different Discord server, and no one could see it, I had no idea until it came to light. And yeah, it was pretty hateful and horrible. A few people got banned, some people got temporary banned, some people got permanently banned, and it kind of split the community as a result. Various people will give you varying different accounts of what happened, depending on whose side they're on. I'm giving you my side of it. There are plenty of people who will tell you that I'm full of shit and that's not what happened. I mean, that is what happened. It's less about what happened. I think everyone essentially agrees what happened. It's how people reacted to it that people would disagree on, and how important people found it. So, yeah. And as I say, as a result of that, MGSR kind of died a little bit. It's still, obviously it still exists. MGSR is still a thing, but it doesn't do anything anymore. There's no events. There's no races. It used to. And part of the reason is because, as I said, a bunch of people who used to run stuff, myself included, got alienated by the community, and stopped doing it. I can tell you now, the last two events that MGSR ran, I ran them. And the last one was not November last year, November the previous year. November, December of 2022 was the last time MGSR held an event, and I ran it. And now I'm about to do Pixel Perfect Marathon 4. I shot why did I shoot the frog? Also, what's happened to my split? My splits aren't even close to being correct. So yeah, as I say, now I'm about to do Pixel Perfect Marathon 4 because I found a new outlet for my organization skill. Oh, I think I equipped the box a bit too early there. I found a new outlet for my organizational skills, and I absolutely loving doing Pixel Perfect. It's been a real joy. So I'm absolutely loving Pixel Perfect 4. To be honest, I actually get more joy and enjoyment out of the planning and the initial stuff than the event itself. Right now for Pixel Perfect Marathon 4, I'm in the time of my life. I'm at the point that I'm really enjoying it because it's all of the organizing and talking to runners and all of that. The event itself, I could quite happily take a complete step back from the event and go, yeah, you guys just run it now. I'll just watch. That's not true. I do like to get involved and I do want to, but it's actually all the build up towards it that I get the most pleasure out of, and conversing with runners and organizing and enjoying that side of it. I don't think she's not here anymore, but we were talking to Alara earlier. I'm sure she won't mind me talking about her in this way. But Alara is my host for this run for Prevent-a-thon, and off the back of that, I went to Prevent-a-thon and I said, look, Pixel Perfect Marathon 4 is coming up. If anyone wants to join us for that as well, you can do. Alara submitted, and she's now a runner so she's my host for Prevent-a-thon, and she's now also running in Pixel Perfect Marathon 4. She closes day one with Cat Quest, which is like amazing. I love Cat Quest. Great game. It's one of Heidi's favorite games as well. So sort of that bit of networking and getting different people in different communities and seeing that relationship, that's the thing that drives me and that I really enjoy. 1, 2, cigar spray. 1, 2, hold them up. One thing I can tell you is that if I lived in America, I would be applying to every single staff call for GDQ. Right, let's not get this wrong this time. No! Quick, shoot him. There we go, that'll do. Snake coughed. Snake bloody coughed again. Right, let's put that in my backpack. That should have saved me quite a lot of time. Or it would have done if my splits were correct. What is going on with my splits? They're all over the place. Absolutely weird. Am I just not splitting? Yeah, I got no idea. My splits are just completely wrong. It's very strange. So anyway, that's enough of me bitching and moaning about MGS3 again. But I think the moral of it, the thing to take away from it, is out of all of that misery and out of that rough time, I've bounced back and, new horizons have happened and things are great. As I say, I'm having an absolute blast with Pixel Perfect. When I get a bit more time back on my hands, obviously I've got a 7-month-old son. at the moment. He's not here right now. Him and Heidi are back with his grandparents again for until Saturday, which is why I'm being very loud and open, and I'm not, a bit more bombastic than usual because there's no one in the house to disturb. But obviously Alex is taking up a lot of my quite rightly taking up a lot of my time. I absolutely love being a dad. Would not change it for the world. I can't now imagine myself not being a dad. It's an amazing experience, and me and Heidi are having an absolute time of our lives with him. But when things sort of settle a bit more and I find I have more time, one thing that I would like to do is get more involved with other events. Pixel Perfect's fantastic. I am one of the founders, so I sort of lead it essentially, and I lead on the front of it. That is what I should probably clarify. If you sort of check out what happens in Pixel Perfect from the front of it, it may look like I'm the one leading it. It's not quite true when it comes to the backside of it and stuff. When it comes to all the stuff behind the scenes, I wouldn't say I'm a passive observer or anything, but I'm not the leader of Pixel Perfect when it comes to stuff happening behind the scenes. Lighty and Jasper take much more of a lead when it comes to the behind the scenes stuff. Partly because a lot of the behind the scenes stuff is very technical, and I don't know that much technical stuff. Lighty is our coder. Jasper handles all of our infrastructure. That's the word I was looking for. Jasper handles all of the infrastructure. So on both of those fronts, and those fronts are very, very important, they absolutely take the lead, and I am a bit of a passive observer at times with those. But that's why they then rely on me to do all of the, I do all of the organising and social stuff and things like that, because that's what I'm good at. And I'd like to be able to lend that talent to some other communities as well at some point. I have a couple of role models when it comes to community stuff like that. One is quite obvious, Jack Lafere, community manager for Unepic Games, the team behind Pampers and Celine and Unmetal. I've learned a lot from him about how he handles community stuff, and I've loved working alongside him on certain projects and things. But one that I don't think it was only recently that I've kind of realised that I want to look more at this person and see what they do and how they do it. Because the more and more I see of this person, the more I realise, holy crap, this guy's giving up so much of his time and is just everywhere doing stuff and helping people and helping communities. And it's amazing. I want to be more like that. A relatively famous. I use the term famous very loosely. No speedrunner is particularly famous, but within speedrunning circles, you can have relatively famous runners. It's a guy called Osmorn. If you've heard of, I'm sure lots of people here will have heard of Osmorn. If you ever just sort of have a peruse of Oengus at some of the speedrunning marathons on there. There is probably a 33% chance that any marathon you click on, Osmorn is one of the mods for it. That guy is everywhere. It's insane. Like, I can't keep up with that. Like, every time I see a new marathon and I see Osmorn's name now, I'm like, how? How are you helping with another thing? It's amazing. And clearly the reason why is because he's very passionate about what he does and he enjoys doing that kind of thing. And I enjoy doing that kind of thing as well. And so, seeing him do all of that inspires me and makes me want to do more and try and get more involved with communities, and help them run. I don't have a lot of technical skill to offer. I know some stuff. For Pixel Perfect, I've learned a lot about Photoshop, and I've been creating layouts and stuff for Pixel Perfect. So I have a little bit of graphic design skill. I do a lot of my own graphic design. 2, 3, 4. But I don't have, when it comes to coding and stuff like that, unless it's an auto splitter. I don't have that much experience coding and doing all of that. But what I do have is a very good skill set when it comes to organizing people. Very good at organizing people. And that is what I bring to Pixel Perfect, and it's what I hope I can bring to some other marathons in the future. And that was a really bad Fury fight. Let's try that again, shall we? Is there any danger with going round this side? Going round this side gets you a little bit further away from him, particularly in that instance. Oh, come on. He's dead. No shit, Sherlock. Oh, this is bad. I have got caught. He's gone. Yeah, there's the only thing with sort of going around that corner, it gets you further away from him, but you have less time to turn and deal with him. I'm gonna... Oh, what? How did I miss that last shot? I was stood right in front of him. Absolutely insane. I really am worried about this run. Excellent, he's going into... Unfortunately, he's going to go for a... I think he's over here. Yes, can finish the fight now. Phew, got there. Just Fury things. Sometimes they go well, sometimes they go bad. More often than not, they go bad. I still swear that something changed with them, with the Master Collection, to make some of the controls harder. Either I'm just getting old. Nice. I mean, I can do that, so that works. It's like this next room, this trick here. That's great. It's like this guy here. A quick headshot. What? That was perfect. If you watch the stream on Tuesday, you will know that I had so much trouble dealing with that guard. Because I couldn't quick headshot him. I think it's because my quick headshots have been too fast. There we go. Got in eventually. Right, let's there's my smoke grenade. Throw that smoke grenade. Turn. Shoot that guy once. That's worked. We can already see Rykov running. I might have been... I think that is an instance where I was too fast. We talked about this on Tuesday, about how you can be too fast at this point, but it's very easy to then be too slow. See, here I think I'm okay because... Yeah. Because Rykov hadn't quite turned around the corner. There's so many little intricacies, details with this run. That's why I love the run. There's so much going on. It's a really cool run. One day I will do it justice. I promise. Don't get me wrong, I am a little nervous about running this in a marathon on Sunday, because I have not been playing at my best recently, and it is a little worrying. But marathon run is a marathon run. It is what it is. It'll either be great or it'll be crap. The one thing that a lot of people get very nervous with marathon runs, one thing to always
Thank you, sir.
not quite sure why that happened. That's happened before, and I don't actually know what causes it. I wonder if I was like too slow or something. I don't know. Yeah, whatever happens, happens. Okay, I gotta get that guard. Stop just having that guard look at me. The one thing about a marathon run that a lot of people forget and get too overly nervous about it is the vast majority of your audience do not know what is happening. The majority of your audience are seeing your run for the first time. They don't know what's good. They don't know what's bad. They only know what you tell them. The worst thing you can do in a marathon is get angry, get upset, get annoyed at a run, and show your audience that you are having a bad time. And I've seen it happen. There was one pixel perfect marathon run, and I'm not going to say which marathon it was from, which run it was, who it was, or whatever, because I don't want to point fingers and highlight something that I thought was bad. We had a runner do a run, and throughout a lot of the run, every time they made a mistake, they talked about how bad that mistake was. And they were like, "Oh, this has been crap. That wasn't very good. Oh, I didn't do this very well." It's like, the run looks fine. We don't know what's a mistake. We don't know what's good and what's bad. But you're showing us that it's crap, and you don't want to do that. You want to remain positive. You want to, okay, yes, if something is obviously bad, you do a boss fight and you take a death. Obviously, you're going to go, oh, that wasn't very good. Let's try that again. But you always keep it up, you always keep it uplifting. You're always positive about it. And you laugh about it. You enjoy it. And, particularly for something like European Extreme on MGS3, if I take a death in a marathon run on this, I'm going to hold my hands up. I'm going to say, this game is difficult. This run is hard. This happens. Go and watch GDQ runs, and the amount of GDQ runs that make mistakes and deaths and people have to redo stuff because shit is difficult. Stuff is hard. And there is no shame in saying that. There is no shame in making a mistake and saying, sorry, but this is a really tough trick, and it's going to take me a couple of attempts to try it.
I am a patient man.
But you just don't show it. Whoops. Yeah, I got the rat. Not that it matters, as Johnny's now going to give me that. Let's cure, so we take out both of those, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Snake's going to throw up.
What's wrong?
Johnny is now going to investigate.
Oh, jeez. Did you throw up?
And we can now take him out. We use the SAA specifically to take him out. It does more damage. He freaking flew there. That was an awesome jump. This isn't Keratons. Went to throw a smoke grenade at the Keratons. At the Keratin. Now we run.
What's that sound?
Ooh, baby, what's that sound? Everybody's good. I don't know the words. Remembering lyrics is hard. I'm gonna make mistakes when I try and remember lyrics, but that's the fun. That's that's the fun that we have. I think what I'm trying to say is I love speedrunning. I love speedrunning. It took me 10 years to realise it. I did casual speedruns every so often for 10 years until I finally picked up Metal Gear Solid 1 and fell in love with speedrunning. And then I went to GDQ. We're on the anniversary of that, by the way. If folks hadn't realised, this time last year, if we go by the date, not the day, obviously it's Thursday today, but if you go by the date, the 30th of May, I was in America this time last year at SGDQ. I believe we were on day 2 already at this point, so I would have already started my, well, say day 1 of the marathon, day 2 of me being in America. So I think by this point I'd done my hosting shift, my first hosting shift. I had 2, and boy howdy, what an experience! Experience I will never forget. I got to meet Vermilion, for example. That was a pretty good experience. Rate that one quite highly. One day I will go back. I have promised myself that I will go back to America. And attend GDQ again. Whether it's as a runner or something else, I don't know. But yeah, I'd like to go back at some point and do it all over again. Hopefully with some more people. You play stupid games and you get stupid prizes. We got a little bit deep on tonight's stream. I wasn't expecting to sort of get so soulful and into the very sort of essence of how I feel as a speedrunner, going through all of that. But we did it. It's been, I don't know about anyone else, it's been quite cathartic for me. I've quite enjoyed it, and it's nice to get some stuff said out loud, and yeah, I feel good, and I think that's a gold split. That was actually a really, really good set of rolls in that room. I got to go back to GDQ. I need to meet up with OG Happy Dude again. Oh wow. Oh, the N64 version. That's nice. I do still want to look at running some non-Metal Gear games at some point. No, get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. That menu always takes me ages. Yeah, I would like to, and I'd like to find a game that isn't like dead and I'm the only runner for. At some point. yeah, I would like to. One. That was bad. One of the reasons I got into Pixel Perfect 4 was to try and be part of a community again and enjoy being part of a community, and particularly be part of a community that wasn't, you know, attached to a specific game or a specific series or something like that. But at some point I would like to find that again. Find a game and a series and a community that I can really invest in and enjoy and race and take part in stuff with. Because it is fantastic. It is a fantastic experience when you can find like-minded people that you want to do these things with. And it's one of the other, I said earlier that I want to try and give more time to other events and other marathons, as in not just run for them, but, you know, help out, volunteer, be a part of them, than just Pixel Perfect 4, because it's another opportunity to you know, to be part of a community and to enjoy spending time with other people. It's something I'm really bad at. Despite all the organization skills that I've talked about, I'm so bad at networking. Very bad at networking. Very bad at being social and meeting new people. I'm not a very sociable person. This is why I love streaming, because it's all one way. You all have to listen to me. I don't have to listen to you. That sounds really horrible, but it genuinely is one of the things that, you know, I'm not usually very fucking cannot get this fight right. If I can at least do it first try, that'd be nice. Nope, too slow. And I'm dead. I'm so bad. I'm just bad at pacing my shots with the SVD. Oh, what? I only needed one more bloody hit on him. Oh, what? Oh, I actually could have got him into a... Oh, and I'm out of ammo. And it's... Oh, again, this is another thing that I got really good at, and over time I've just got worse. It's so annoying. There we go. At least that time it was all done with the SVD. I need to have a look at some other runs and see how the pacing of that. I need to watch some of Vermilion's tutorial again. It's been so long that I think I've just gotten into bad habits with some stuff, and I need to actually go back and, I wouldn't say relearn, but reacquaint myself with some of the things that I'm doing wrong. At the moment, all I'm doing is just complaining that I'm doing something badly, when I should be like, okay, if I'm doing something badly, there's a reason I'm doing it badly. Let's go and actually see what that is. I am going to do more practice of this before Sunday. I'm home alone again tomorrow. Heidi and Alex don't get back until Saturday. But Heidi really wants me to hoover when I get home from work, so that would prevent me from streaming. And to be honest, I should probably do some offline practice where I'm not being distracted by chat, because a lot of the mistakes I've made today have been because I've been distracted by chat, and which is fine, because it's a stream and we want to chat and we want to enjoy ourselves and have a good time. But I do need to actually do some runs where I'm concentrating and giving myself the time. Woo! I love that little head turn that it does. It makes me chuckle every time. I don't know what it is about it that I find so funny. It's just, I think it's because it's an animate. It's not a person. Yeah, shoot the frog. And shoot that guy. That should be good. I should have taken out everyone. Shoot the frog again. Why not? Why not? Shoot the frog again. I like shooting frogs. Make sure I take that guy out, because that guy's got an RPG and he will just kill me. Make sure I take that guy out, because he's also got an RPG and he will just kill me. Onto the runway. And Mark 22. Okay, the first two shots were not very good. I took out the drivers. The second two shots were spot on, though. So now I just got to wait for those two to respawn and see if I can just take out the passenger. Nope. Oh, got that one. That was nice. Alright, come on, respawn. Respawn, please. Here it comes. I do have one slight other issue with certain communities and certain people that I am very friendly with in speedrunning. It causes me a lot of issues. That issue is, so many of those communities and people are American. And as someone who lives in the UK, it is very difficult to coordinate and do stuff with Americans sometimes. It's like there's a little bit of a call for me and Plywoods to do Pampers and Celine co-op. If you follow me on Twitter, you've been following some speedrunning stuff on Twitter. Amber Cyprian, who is the host of the GDQ Hotfix show, Passion Project, has recently announced that she is starting season 2, and the theme of season 2 of Passion Project is going to be inspired indies. These are indie games that have been inspired by or are spiritual successors to other games. So, for example, Ukulele is a spiritual successor to Banjo-Kazooie. Probably the best example I can think of. No, I'm not doing keratins. I don't need to stand up and shoot the frog. If you saw anything else around her coming to that decision, yeah, you'll know that it was me that suggested it to her. I gave her a few different ideas for genres, and one of them was spiritual successors, and she really liked it, so she went with it. And because of I did not quite land that shot correctly. And as a result of that, because spiritual successors and inspired indies is the theme, one of the suggestions that a few people have had would be for Plywood and I to run Pampers and Celine as a co-op run, because the co-op run of Pampers and Celine is going to be incredible one day when it happens. Unfortunately, for me at the moment, I simply do not have the time. My June is so freaking stacked. Ow! My June is so freaking stacked, it's unbelievable. I've no free time at all in June. And I'm not even at work. It's my last day of work tomorrow for 7 weeks because I'm on paternity leave again. Eva, stop going right up close to him, you Wally. I thought I could try and get the loot back, but I can't. Yeah, the two problems with me and Plywood doing the Pampers and Celine co-op run is A, I just don't have time. 1, 2, 3. One, I just don't have the time in June to learn the run. I'm hoping to learn the run in July. But 2, trying to coordinate practice with Plywood when I'm in the UK and he is on the west coast of America. Like, it's not even the east coast of America where our times are only 5 hours apart. We're 6-7 hours apart instead. Trying to coordinate that is a nightmare. It's so difficult. It's like another speedrunner that I get on really well with, and we both run Twin Snakes a lot, is Suave Beardson. Suave Beardson's also American. Trying to find a suitable time for both of us to race, or both of us do a marathon together, or anything, is very, very tricky. Suave is also very busy at the moment with some personal stuff, but he is hoping to have more time, like next month and sort of July again, maybe the same sort of times as I am. But say trying to coordinate with Americans on time to do stuff is so tricky. I mean, I run marathons, and I tried to coordinate MGS3 stuff, which is primarily Americans. It's tricky. It's very, very difficult. Even in Pixel Perfect, me, Jasper and Lighty are both based in the Netherlands. They both live not too far away from Amsterdam. So I've never met either of them in real life. I am due to meet Lighty in July. Lighty's coming to the UK to watch Silverstone, the Formula One. So she's staying with me for a couple of days because I don't live too far away from Silverstone. So I'm really looking forward to that. I've not met Lighty in person, so it's going to be a really nice time for us. So yeah, even when eventually with Pixel Perfect we'd like to do live events, but even when it gets to that point, it's most likely we're going to do those events in Europe, and I'm not going to be able to afford to go. I'm going to have to do all of my stuff from off-site. I'm going to play this safe, and I'm going to equip the life medicine because I'm taking a heck of a lot of damage in here. I don't know why, but I always feel like any percent for this is more difficult. I got set on fire, which didn't help. In all keratins, I never feel like I'm going to die in here. On any percent, I always feel like I'm going to die. It's really weird. Yep, there's my life medicine. Oh, that was sketchy. Oh, by the way, OG Happy Dude, if you're still here, through all of that with me saying I want to get more involved in other events and helping out, Go Faster for the Kids is one of them. At some point, I do want to step up and help you out more with that. I don't know if he's still here to hear me say that. I hope so. Where are you? Oh, no, I'm just started blasting for no good reason. Gotcha. There's going to be some guys on the left coming up over here. Nice, I took all of them out so quickly. That's really cool. Oh, we are done so. Well, done with the bike chase at least. What's happened to my splits? Oh no, sorry, Lazarevo North. That's correct. My splits are correct. Almost done. So we're going to feed Eva.
Let me have some more.
And cure Eva. Don't need to cure Snake. He is not a problem. We're not going to take any more damage at this point. We're going to leave Eva behind in the first instant. She's not important at this point. And head into Zazoi West. Because we're not doing all keratins, we can take the right-hand route, which is great. The right-hand route means we don't even decide a weird way around the tree. The right-hand route means we don't have to take out any guards. We just have to keep moving forwards. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to expend my... just going that way. Expend my silencer so I can put a new one on. There are guards. You can see just in the background there are some guards following me, but as long as you keep moving forwards and you keep getting Eva to move forwards, they will never catch you up. The same can't be said for an all keratins run. In all keratins you go left, and you do have to deal with guards because they do catch you up. Come on, Eva. So this first section is really, really easy. It's the second section that adds a little bit more skill to it. I moved a little bit too quickly. It is possible to be too fast at that section. You have to wait for that guard on the right to turn. There we go. What? Who? I don't know if that was the guard on the right who spotted me or someone else. All right. No, it's the guy behind the it's the guy behind the tree. I'm a little too... I know what. I'm a little too... Yep. Come on, Nick. So close to the end, and I'm just... I'm very tired. I did not get a lot of sleep last night. And then I was in the office today. There we go. I'm through. Take that guy out. Okay, we're good. We're through now. I shouldn't have any more problems. You know what? Let's shake that guard down. I haven't shaken any guards down this entire game. Let's shake that one. Shake the guard down and shake the guard down, right? Come on, right. Eva's definitely following me, so we can move on up over here. We're going to kick this plant here. It makes a noise which distracts that guard, and that guard is now going to walk all the way round to get to that plant to see what that noise was. Make sure Eva watches me drop down here, because then she'll follow. Good, start following me again. Ignore the guard in the center of the room. Just make sure we stay on the left-hand side of him. He won't bother me. I don't want to get too far ahead of Eva. Eva can walk around that tree. She can walk around the left-hand side of that tree if you're too far ahead of her. Right, we just have the boss to go now. As this isn't, or this is very obviously not a PB. I'm not gonna make everyone sit through the credits. I'm gonna finish the stream a little earlier because I'm so tired.
Excellent, Jake.
It'd be really nice if I could get her. Nope. Still destined to not get a decent boss fight.
You're better than
she's taken more than half of her stamina, so I can't use stun grenades anymore. So I just need her to reset the fight. There we go. She's gonna run off. She's gonna run back.
Let's see what you're made of.
Parry her again. Whip out the Mosin gun. Much better. Again, I can't use stun grenades here, so I'm just going to have to reset the fight again. This is the problem with them getting the mess in the loop up. You get to this point where you can't do enough damage to her. But that is the game. That is the fight. That was a PB for the boss though, even though it didn't go perfectly well. That was quite nice. I'm not going to worry about trying to get to the end, you know, do the ocelot bit or anything like that. We're gonna end a little bit. I started about 15 minutes early today. We're going to end half an hour early. Just I need to get to bed. I am tired, and it has shown throughout this run.
It's our only hope.
But thank you to everyone who's joined me today. Big thank you to Alara Cutie. It's been a pleasure having her here, and nice of her to give me a follow. I'm looking forward to my run with her on at Prevent-a-thon on Sunday. She is my host for Prevent-a-thon. I'm looking forward to her run of Cat Quest at Pixel Perfect 4. Thank you all very much for sort of indulging with me in the last sort of hour.
Kill me now.
We've gone on to some very interesting subjects. I got completely thrown by that Trump news as well, which was quite interesting. I'm gonna do a little bit of reading into that, and I'm interested to see what's come out of Sony's State of Play as well. But before I go, I want to share one more thing with you guys. We're not going to shoot the boss. I think eventually Snake will just shoot her on his own accord. That is a link to the schedule for Pixel Perfect Marathon 4. The schedule was revealed last weekend. Myself and Jasper came up with the schedule with some input on voting from Lighty as well. Lighty just couldn't make the meeting to organise the schedule, but she's happy with it as well. The event runs from the 22nd to the 23rd of June, so just under a month away. There you go. Snake does eventually just shoot on his own accord. Yeah, it's going to be it's absolutely packed. If you enjoy Metal Gear, we've got 3 Metal Gear runs in it. Twilight Realm on Saturday will be running Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriots. Whilst on Sunday morning, we have got Theory UK running Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, and Caro running Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty. So yeah, if you like your Metal Gear runs, we've got 3 runs over the weekend. We've got plenty of other amazing runs. We've got our first ever 3-player co-op run. Clubhouse Games 51 Worldwide Classics by GP Smitty and Cryroar, which I probably mispronounced that name. We've got our first ever rhythm showcase. Limey's going to be with us doing Muse Dash. And there's a bunch of other stuff. We've got some other races. We open with a race of Peggle Deluxe. We close with a race of Sonic Dream Team. It's going to be an awesome marathon, so please go check out the schedule. On there, of course, there are links to our Twitch, to Twitter, to the Discord server. Yeah, I'm not going to plug myself for the next few weeks. Just going to plug Pixel Perfect because it's been my passion project for a little over a year now, coming up to about a year and a half. And it's amazing. I love it. I love working with Lighty, Jasper, and all of our volunteers. So go check it out. Volunteer applications are still open. So if you would like to come and volunteer with us, then fill out the form. But I will. I'm not going to stream again before Prevent-a-thon. I'm going to do a bunch of offline stuff so that I can concentrate properly and try and get some of this down. Rewatch some of Vermilion's tutorials to see where I'm going wrong with some of this, and hopefully get a decent amount of sleep so that I could actually come into one of these runs a bit fresher. But we'll see what happens. Anyway, thank you all very much for tuning in. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. I hope to see you at Prevent-a-thon on Sunday or Saturday evening if you're in America. And yeah,
Ready to go, Snake?
you know what? Prevent-a-thon has already started, so we should raid them. They are not on my raid list, which is odd. I am following Prevent-a-thon. They should be on my raid list, unless they haven't started yet. Actually, I don't think they haven't quite started yet. I think that means they're probably due to start at midnight. So, tell you what, I will just give you the link. I'll give you the link. You can go and head over there yourselves, and you know, go check it out when it gets started.
Trust me.
There you go. As I say, I believe it starts in half an hour. So yeah, go check it out. There you go.